And we're on.
Hey, so welcome back to another episode of Phandalin, the Land of Opportunity. And so what happened last time is the party decided to leave Axe home and send a couple people back to Phandalin to get some reinforcements and extra resources. But as they were leaving and kind of like investigating the area around Axe home, they encountered some trolls on the road, and then they were able to find the troll lair where they encountered another troll, and with the keen trickery of O'Carroll the Bard, they were able to slay the troll with almost no damage, as it spent its whole time lying on its back, laughing hideously until it was slain. So now the party has just finished this troll fight. They found a bunch of loot, and they are very, very afraid for their lives. And what are you guys going to do?
Now we're in the corner as best we can.
Power in the corner as best we can.
There you go.
I'm leaving. It smells poorly, and I've been retching since I walked in the place. So we've been
the RNC.
So yeah. So we've crossed the ladder successfully. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then let's get the hell out of here.
If it stays left, pick our wounds a little, but not like really.
Is Eisensprite with us?
No, Eisensprite. Let's say that Eisensprite and Abion are going to head to Phandalin after your rest. Or maybe, they're going to head for Phandalin.
Okay.
So we're having a rest and getting all our hit points back?
Yeah.
So you're going to leave the troll cavern, right?
Correct.
We did that.
Are you taking your ladder with you or not?
It's not my ladder.
Yes, we did. We took it so that we can
Let's just
cross
hide it.
again. We don't want someone dropping it in the chasm.
And you're just going to go outside, right?
It's a
I mean,
4-foot
you
ladder.
can't
The ladder.
24-foot
put
ladder.
it back on the patch.
He took the ladder. Eisensprite and they took the ladder back with them for light repairs. I remember that.
I mean, do you want to
Guys,
take the ladder, or do you want to just leave the ladder on yours outside the cavern
We
while
want
you're
it on
resting, or do you want to
our
leave
side.
it across the chasm?
We don't want it across the chasm. Somebody's going chasm.
Chasm,
Somebody's gonna
chasm.
throw it down
Let's
the
go
hole.
outside and put it behind a large bush.
Yes.
If there were orcs here, would that be an orc chasm?
Wow.
Oh, man.
Orchasm. Man, that's, talk about land of opportunity.
All right, so what you can do is you can gather your guys outside the cave and say goodbye as Eisensprite and Abiona head to Phandalin.
Take him by the Hollywood.
Yeah, we just put the ladder here behind this big old bush.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Hide it. And
All right, so kind of like decide where you want to go. So we're on this new map, or we're on the previous map. And so where do you want to take your rest?
I need to wait until my map loads.
Oh, it should be in cache. That's weird.
Yeah,
How far
I thought that
from
would
my
I
be.
think right here in this copse of trees where we are out of the eyesight of any passers-by would be a great place to rest.
Where are you saying what cloths? I would say here.
Any number of, that will be fine.
how far are we from our key?
Couple hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we didn't make it too far.
Yeah. Do we really want to go back to the keep and rest, or do we want to just camp out for a night and rest?
Right here. Let's camp here so that after we renew our spells and hit points and stuff, we can go right back into that happy place because we did not finish exploring. I thought we didn't. Did we finish? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I didn't see any exits from that place where we killed the guy.
So where are you guys camping out? Where are you gonna camp
Brian
out?
was right there, right
Probably
there.
where we're at.
Well then, yeah, if you want to go there, then just move your guys there. So, yeah.
That's
So
still
there's like
running
a,
the gate, guys.
Well, where would you recommend?
I say we just head on back to the keep. It's only a 2-hour walk back.
Yeah, but it's the exact opposite direction you want to go to begin with.
Yeah.
We got 4 people going, 2 people going to the town. Why do we need to go?
Well, I thought we were headed there to try to, get stuff that we need so we can go to the, to the ice dragons
Yeah,
hold where the.
yeah, we're not
Do we
staying
not
at the
only-
keep.
Oh, we were
Do we
going to go
not want to
hire people. Fix up our keep.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yes.
And can't the 2 that we sent, Eisen's Sprite, and can they not do it and bring back the workers that we need?
If you trust them to, sure.
Oh, I trust
But
them.
we were going to send 2 people anyway, and then we were just following them for a little while. We can send
Okay,
those
well,
2.
then-
We should do.
Well, that's true. That was exactly our plan. So I guess we've conferred with them that they are responsible for finding the contractors and the subcontractors for fixing the keep up. What do we want to do?
Well,
I mean, I guess, do we need to camp? Maybe we don't.
Well, I had 52 hit points. I have 30 now. So part of me wants to rest and recuperate
Do you want
before we
to,
get hit with the next round of killer trolls.
okay, Pete, do you want to rest at our keep or here in the safety of the bushes?
why would it be safe when we're just right in front of the mouth of this cave? If there's more trolls, they're going to be coming right out.
No, they're not. We took the ladder. That just makes sense.
I'm totally fine with going back to the keep if that's what the
All right,
group wants to do.
yeah, if Silly Wanker is afraid to sleep in the bushes because of a childhood trauma involving scouts, I'm okay with going back to the keep.
All right. Whoever heard of a guy afraid of some bushes, but okay. We'll do it. Make him
I was
happy.
afraid.
Whoever heard of a silly wanker trying to be reasonable either, but,
We'll be attacked by a bed bug anyway.
can you roll, Everett, Carolyn, can you roll a 20-sided die for perception?
Talk about bushes. It looks like George H.W. Bush just attacked O'Carolyn.
B.
Or you rolled a 7?
Yeah.
What's your perception roll? Do you have the perception skill, Carolyn?
No, I don't.
Do you have a bonus for perception?
My perception is only +5. Wisdom.
It's +5, and so you do have the skill.
That's really good.
Yeah, not much.
Right, so then it's a 12 total. So you hear this rumbling and shaking, and then
Oh, you made a friend.
you notice that something is popping out of the ground. So something is burrowing up out of the ground behind you.
The giant.
And
Rock lobster.
what you guys want to do is roll a 20, roll for initiative.
All of us do.
Yeah.
No wonder he didn't want us to rest and get our points back.
Yeah,
7 again.
yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
18
so, So Fjord, 18 is total for initiative?
I don't know, is there a plus for it? I don't know.
Yes,
Yes.
your character sheet has
Look
a
under
thing
your
that says
armor class.
initiative.
Plus,
Right under AC, yeah.
So Silly Wanker, you are 3. Do you have any bonuses?
Yeah, it's plus, it'd be 5 total.
Over here.
Okay, so you are slower than my guys.
I'm
Plus
also
one.
5 total.
Oh, Carolyn, what's your
Zero.
total initiative? You're 7.
Zero plus the 7.
So you are faster than Silly Wanker. Who's left? Baldwin is 15.
14.
You are faster than the monsters.
Michael.
Oh, 14 is still fit.
I'm
monster,
Egg, what are you? Egg is 2. What's your total, Egg?
5.
Ooh.
So you're the same as Silly Wanker, right?
Yes. Do I need to
So
do
we'll
my
put you ahead of Silly Wanker. So it's Fjord, Baldwin, Monsters, O'Carolyn, Egg, and Silly Wanker is our order. Okay?
Yes.
Brian, you said you were going to say something?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Michael and then.
can we
did earlier.
see this creature come out and feel the ground as easily through this small, low tops of trees? So we know O'Carolyn is somewhat endangered.
So, O'Carolyn, you notice
Bushes. We can see it through.
that there's shaking in the ground. Is there anything you want to do as you feel the shaking in the ground?
Pee
Seem
on
like
the
a
ground.
baby.
Pee on it.
Step back.
That'll soften
Step
the ground
backwards
and make it
towards
easier
the
to
roof
kill.
because the ground is unsteady.
Yeah, so the ground is unsteady. You feel like a shaking in the ground. Do you do anything as you feel the shaking in the ground?
Panic.
Yeah, I recognize that something is coming up in front of me. Like you said, the soil is starting to break apart the grass. And I was raised in the woods, so we know when something comes out of the ground, you step back. So I take,
I mean,
what? What Dungeon Master?
and so you're going to say anything as you're doing this.
Yell to us.
Besides general cussing and saying, what the fuck?
Yeah, you could say that too.
Yeah. So.
All right, so anyways,
3 steps back.
so because of O'Carolyn's cursing, you know something is happening.
Because I'm a fellow dwarf, I can sense the panic and nervousness of that yell. So I pull both my weapons and go to check on him to see he's okay.
Dude, look around you.
Bug.
Oh shit!
Bug hunt.
Yes.
We're in a tree.
Alright.
It is
Game over.
Fjord's turn,
Fjord will go
and Baldwin is next.
and Hulk smash. Jiminy Christmas! I'll do his
Okay.
3 hits.
Oh, look, there's.
Do you have 3 hits or you have 30 hits?
30.
I thought you said you had 30 hits or something, or you have 3 hits.
3 hits. 3
You
hits
only
per
have 3
turn.
hits. Oh, I thought you meant you had 3 hit points left.
30 hit points, but I have 3
Okay.
hits per turn.
3 attacks per turn.
That's what he
Attack.
means. When he says hit, he means attack.
I get to hit
Okay.
it 3 times.
Yes.
Attack it 3 times.
You are correct. I apologize. I need to use more proper English. I mean to attack the villain 3 times, sir.
Yeah, so after you attack it, you can tell how many hits you give to it, or how many hit points you take from it.
Yes.
All right, so
Absolutely.
Fjord, go ahead.
First hit, I'll be a 8 plus 4 will be 12. Did I hit him?
Why are you rolling +4?
Because he likes
I have
to.
Oh wait. Yeah, I misread it. Plus 7 to hit? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 15.
Oh,
Misread
now
it.
you hit it.
Oh, okay. 15. Shall I do my
If it
damage
was
first or
+4,
keep
you would
hitting
have
it?
missed.
Fine.
You can decide what you want to do. Do you want to do more? Do you want to hit it again, or do you want
I'm
to?
going to hit a second time. Boom. That one will. That is evil. That is evil. That is 8. 8. I sense I did not hit that time.
All right. Yeah, the second time you miss.
Okay, the third time hit with a bloody hell, 15 again. So that's a hit.
Yeah, another 15 will.
2 hits.
I see like a 20 though.
I
Sorry,
knocked
must have
that
rolled
first
the-
one over.
Okay. All right, so you hit it twice, and can you roll your damage?
All I can.
And as you're rolling the damage, Baldwin, take your turn.
Baldwin is going
Pete,
to
when you're-
cleverly throw.
Pete, when you're done with your damage, just tell me what your total damage is. Baldwin, go ahead.
See if
Baldwin
I have any
is
plus.
throwing a spiritual hammer
14?
at Jeff.
14.
14 total is what you said,
14
Pete?
total.
13
14
total.
total.
Okay.
14.
All right, go ahead. Baldwin?
Spiritual
And then,
hammer
monsters are next.
throwing at Jeff.
Okay.
I'm casting spiritual hammer and I'm hitting Jeff. And
All right, so that's your bonus action. What is your action going to be?
My action is Sacred Flame on Jeff.
Okay, so roll both of them.
Okay.
The first roll will be the spiritual hammer. The second one will be the the sacred flame. I do.
You roll a saving throw and you fuck that up. I would appreciate
I missed. So roll the damage.
Okay,
or
then.
roll the spiritual hammer attack and then roll the damage.
No, this is the damage for the. I already rolled the sacred flame. The damage is 10.
Okay.
So he's dead, right?
No, he's not.
All right. So I roll to hit, and that'll be an awesome 11 plus my attack. Where's my spell attack? 18.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, and the damage is an awesome amount of. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, ignore the 11, so 10.
So you did 10 points of damage, right?
Yes, 10 points of damage. He is dead.
Okay, no, he's not dead, but you can see a lot of cracks in its armor.
It's carapace.
It's and it's carapace.
Jeff
The
has
chitlin
taken
is-
at least 25 hit points. He's not dead, at least.
No, he's not dead.
Well, Jeff's a jerk.
Um,
Gonna call him JJ. Jerk Jeff.
all right, Jeff is a little damaged here. He seems like kind of intimidated, and he backs up a little bit. And as he backs up, you see him open its jaws, and this spray comes shooting out of its mouth.
That's impolite.
And so the spray comes out kind of in this direction.
No, could you go a little south? Just a little
No.
more south? Just a little more south. Just a little more south.
And so Fjord, Baldwin, and Egg need to roll dexterity saving throws. You need to beat a 13.
Wow. Where's my pluses for my awesome dex?
I did. I got a
Fjord-
14.
Fjord, I see you have a 2.
It's mistaken.
I see a 2 on the die. Egg makes it. Baldwin, what's your score total, your dex?
I do not make it because.
All right, so we see that Egg is able to dodge, but Fjord and Baldwin, you feel this spray of acid hit you.
Well, I don't appreciate that.
No, I don't.
But it's the kind
And-
of acid that does no damage.
And
I'm
you
just going to
both
say
take-
this in a D&D world, I should not be having to deal with acid reflux.
Yeah, I have that. In
Right, and so you guys take 5 points of damage, and Egg takes 2 points of damage as he mostly dodges the spray of
Oh, it's
acid.
splash.
All right. Doug is going to now come and he's going to attack O'Carolyn.
And how does he do that?
With his
He obviously
good
is
looks.
All right, so
Music
he
critic.
opens up his jaws. And these big mandibles are clicking at you.
Click, click.
And
Ooh.
11.
Look at that roll.
I assume 11 doesn't hit you. And then
You could
Dave
assume.
is going to come in and he is going to chomp on. No, actually,
He misses.
he's going to spray acid from this direction.
So Dave is backing up to spray again.
No, Dave is spraying this time. Jeff sprayed earlier, and now Dave is spraying. So
Oh,
now
I
the
see.
three of you have to make another dex save.
Okay.
So again, the 13 dex.
Well, hopefully this is all that Dave is doing because he backed up and spit his venomous. Hey, 13 plus whatever.
Okay, so Fjord, you're able to miss, and Baldwin and
I miss.
so Egg, you missed this time, and Baldwin missed too. All right, so the two of you take, or this is not that much better. So 9. So if you failed your save, you take 9. If you made your save, you take 4.
Okay.
I take some anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took splash damage.
Wait a minute.
And you see like
About 1 minute.
you see like 2 more things are burrowing out of the ground now, and Sillywanker's right there, and so this one is going to attack Sillywanker. 18 will hit. Let's see where the other one wants to go. All right, so 1 to 3 on Fjord and 4 to 6 on Sillywanker. All right, this one is also going to attack Sillywanker. And he will miss, I assume. And Sillywanker, you are going to take... Ooh, whopping 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And it is now O'Carolyn's turn.
O'Carolyn looks straight into the mandibles of Doug and fires his shatter spell. He rolls 4 8-sided die and gets a 20.
4 8-sided or 3 8-sided?
I did 4.
So you're upcasting it to a 3rd level spell?
Yeah, 3rd level spell.
Okay. All right. So I need to do a con save, right?
If
And
you
what
want
is
to.
what is your save? It's going to be something like 15, right?
I'm searching like crazy where that would be. Armor class.
It's going to be a miss. I know it's going to miss. So go ahead and roll your damage. Oh, you did already. Wow. So Doug takes 20.
Okay. And then I want to shout to the group that we should run away and meet on the concrete steps here. You know, the flagstones.
Wow.
These things can't come out of the flagstones.
Yeah, but
They can't.
trimmers don't, you know.
All right. So Egg, it is your
graboids
turn.
Don't spit acid.
Am I able to like jump on top of Dave?
If you want to try.
I would like to try to jump on top of Dave and stab at his head from the top.
Okay. So
do I need is that a dex?
yeah. So what you need to do is a move, and then let's say you do a jump and do an acrobatics check.
Okay. So I will
And
jump.
let's say that you roll a 15 or higher, and you can jump
How about
and
that?
land. You jump and you are able to land on its back and keep your footing. So move
Terrific.
yourself on top of Dave's back.
Well, if I can get to myself there.
And Silly Wanker, you're going to be going next.
And does that move limit me to only one attack, or do I still get the two?
Let's say that you get to do, if you have 2 attacks, you can do your attack. That was your move.
Okay.
Now you can do your full attack sequence.
Terrific. Then I will stab at him with my nifty sai. So I'm going to attack with them twice, and then my after action is to summon my astral arms.
Okay.
So I have a +6 to hit.
Okay, roll. Just go ahead and roll, and Silly Wanker, get ready. And then after Silly Wanker's Fjord.
The first one was a 14.
14 is going to hit. And you can just roll all your attacks at once. You don't have to ask for each one. Second one also hits.
I didn't want to clear my tray. Okay.
I mean, you can just roll 2 20-sided dice, and I can see them both.
Oh,
all right. So can you roll the damage?
I'm sorry, I thought they don't add up if you click. I'm sorry. So and then 11 + 6 is a 17.
Yeah. So you have two hits and roll the damage for both attacks. As you're rolling the damage, tell me what the total is as Silly Wanker does his turn.
Okay.
Is this a wall over here? Let's
Where's the here?
here.
Yes, that is wall.
I'm going to fly and go up to the top of the wall.
Okay, move yourself.
13 points damage, and I also get to attack with my astral arms.
You can you can summon the astral arms and attack the same round.
Well, according to what I've read, that as a bonus action, I can spend 1 chi point to summon the arms, and when I do so, the creature of my choice within 10 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take force damage equal to 2 rolls of my martial arts die.
Okay, so he saves.
Okay, well then I summon my arms, but inflict no damage.
All right. Shoot. So Silly Wanker, before you move, as you try to escape from the Carls, they both get opportunity attacks. One is going to, what's your AC?
12.
AC.
All right, first one hits, and the second one also hits.
Okay.
And you take 17 points of damage.
How much?
And 17.
Okay.
And now you are at the top.
Is there a place I could stand on?
Yeah. You're at the top of the cliff, and I've cleared some area that you can see.
How far up am I?
Let's say about 25 feet up.
Okay. Okay, that'd be good for now.
All right, it is now Fjord's turn.
Oh, well, I am not happy. I'm going to get hit no matter what I do, so I will slightly advance and bash him 3 times since he spit at me. The bastard. 3 times I'm going to attack. 3 is the number, and the number is 3. The first one would be a lowly 12.
That one misses.
Would be a lowly 13.
That misses. The
And
acid
the
has
third
seems to have really affected you and gotten in your eyes, maybe.
And
The third would be a 22.
Fjord
And so the third one hits, and can you roll the damage on your third attack? And as you are preparing the damage, Baldwin, go.
Baldwin, Sacred Flame, make your saving throw, and I'm also hitting with the Spiritual Hammer.
All right, hold on for a second. Fjord, how much damage did you do?
7.
All right, with your 7, what did you use? Which weapon?
It would have been axe, hammer, axe.
Right, so with the axe blow, you see it cleave into the head of Jeff.
Yay!
Does Jeff?
Baldwin, what are you going to do?
I hit with the spiritual hammer, and you have
Who are
to
you hitting
say,
with this?
okay,
Who,
I'm killing Carl C.
okay,
Carl
with
C.
the
Roll your saving throws. Sacred flame.
he makes he dodges.
Okay, and spiritual hammer hits him, and he takes a massive amount of damage. 8 points.
Okay, and it is now my turn. First of all, let's have Doug is going to attack O'Carolyn.
Why? Why?
Because he's a dick.
Because
what have
he
I ever
hits
done
you.
to you?
And you feel the chomping mandibles bite towards your arm, and you take 7 points of damage.
Damn it.
All right, so now it is, let's
My
say,
turn.
Carl.
Which Carl?
Brian, who did you hit the first time? Carl K or Carl C?
I hit Carl C because he's a jerk.
Oh,
He's like Jeff.
I got the guys wrong.
But Jeff is dead.
Well, Carl C should be like Jeff.
All right, so Carl C is going to move and attack Fjord, and Carl K is going to attack Baldwin. So he misses
I
on
think
Fjord,
that's unwise.
and
Don't forget I have
Baldwin,
AC
he's
of
going to miss.
27.
Baldwin, he's going to miss also, and Doug already hit, and so now Dave is going to try to shake Egg off his head.
Oh.
All right, so let's do a.
Egg on your face.
You're the Swift
Yeah,
song.
can you roll a 20? Egg, can you roll a 20-sided die?
That's what she said. Egg on her face.
Do
All
I
right,
get a
Egg, you're able to
dexterity plus?
stay up. You're able to stay up on
Hell yeah.
Dave's back, and Dave is going to try to scrabble around and see if he can knock you off next round. All right, it is now O'Carolyn's turn, and Egg is up next.
O'Carolyn takes his warhammer and he slams it right into the mandible of. Hang on, I'm switching screens. He slams it right into Doug's mandibles. O'Carolyn's mighty warhammer is a 2-hit plus 4, 1d8 plus 1. So he's going to roll a 8-sided
Roll a
die.
20-sided die. Roll a 20-sided die. How much did you get?
And he got a 6. 9. Sorry, dyslexia.
Plus how much?
Plus 1.
Why is it plus 1?
Well, because it says melee plus 4 to hit. It says damage 1d8 plus 1.
All right, so you swing and you just miss. All right, it is
How can I
Egg's
just
turn.
miss? He's right in my face.
Yeah, it's he was able to kind of move his head a little, and you swung wild. You
He
were
doesn't have a
more
head, he
used.
only has a giant thorax.
You were able to. No, they have heads and they have thoraxes and they have abdomens. We all know insects have 3 sections to their bodies.
These don't.
It is Egg's turn.
I am going to double sigh and astral arms on Dave.
All right, so tell me how the astral arms work. So the astral arms.
Astral arms
you can
extend from my arms. So as I stab with the sigh, then they would like kind of pummel. Yeah, it's a force injury, and they would
Right,
just
so-
pummel
so
the side of
Can you
Dave's
read
head.
the astral arm thing? They replace your attacks, or they. I mean, you can't do like the chi attack. You can do the chi. You can do the psi attack and an astral arm attack.
Well, it says when the spectral arms are present, I can make an unarmed strike with the arms on my turn.
Yeah, it's like spiritual hammer.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Read the rest. So he says that you can make an unarmed strike on your turn.
With the arms on my turn, my reach is 5 feet greater than normal. The unarmed strikes you make with the arms use wisdom modifier in place of strength or dex, and the damage type is force.
Okay.
I
So that
assumed
means that
astral arms were a bonus action because I used a bonus action to summon them.
no, they're not. So the astral arms replace your arms for any kind of attacks that you make. So you can't do both your hand and the astral arm.
Okay.
You can.
So I just get a double astral arms attack then instead of a double psi attack.
Yeah, and then
Okay, that's
you
cool.
have 10-foot range, right? So it says 5 feet
It's
longer
5
than
feet.
normal. So that gives
Okay,
you a
sure.
10-foot range, not 5-foot range.
Okay.
So
Got
that's
it.
what I was
5 feet.
asking like the last time, like why aren't you using your arms or something like that? The arms will give you an extra 5 feet range. So now your range is 10 foot, but you don't really need it because you're right on his back.
Because I'm right on his head. Well, the damage from the astral arms is I guess what I'm trying to figure out is whether force or a piercing damage is better against a carapace.
I don't think it's going to make any difference.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Then I will use my astral arms to flail away at the poor sap underneath me. I rolled my first hit was a 12, and
All right, that misses.
And the dies collided.
Yay.
So now my first hit is a 17, and my second hit is a 20.
All right, so you hit it twice.
Yes, and now I will roll. My arms do a 1d6 plus 3, so
Right.
I have achieved.
Sillywanker, you are next. So Sillywanker, go ahead
14.
as he tells 14 points of damage.
Carolyn has to go pee. He'll be right back.
I'm gonna shatter spell right between Carl C and Carl K in a 10-foot radius, so it should just get them two and not the people over here.
Carl C
And Carl
makes
K.
the save, and they both make the save. So roll your damage.
Okay.
And Fjord, your turn as he's rolling the damage.
14.
Might Mr.
Okay,
Carl C, who hath dared attacketh me 3 times shall I hit. First time with a 22, the second time with a 18, the third time with a 19. I would
Yeah,
assume
you can just roll all 3 dice together. You can just roll all 3 dice together. You don't have to wait. All 3 hit. So roll your damage for Carl C.
Carl C shall now get
And then
a grand total of 11 plus 10 is
Vulcan, go ahead.
21 plus another 10 is 31.
You did 31 total?
766, yep.
Wow. So can you describe what happened to Carl C?
In my maddened acidic rage, I literally chop his head and forearm straight off, pummeling his back at the same time, turning him into a pulpy mess.
Yay.
Okay. Baldwin.
So pulpy mess, even Edgar Rice Burroughs would say, that's pulpy.
Wow.
Okay, first attack is I'm going to hit Carl K with inflict wounds.
Okay.
And I hit with I assume 19 hits, or actually much higher than 19.
Yeah, 19 will hit.
Okay,
And
and
then
the other
14 is the spiritual hammer.
Yes, but I don't know who I'm hitting because I'm pretty sure I'm killing Carl K with my
I'm
massive
pretty
amount of
sure
damage.
you're not. So just like roll your damage on Carl K.
Okay, so
I doubt that you can kill Carl K.
14. 14 points
Okay.
of damage there, dude. And
That's from the inflict wounds.
yes.
All right, and roll the spiritual hammer damage.
Okay, and
Spiritual hammer damage.
plus 9. So
Okay.
14 and 9, 23 points.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. All right. So now it is monsters. So Doug. Oh, what's Doug gonna do?
Nice, Doug.
Run
Doug.
blindly with fear.
Oh, Doug is going to miss O'Carolyn as he tries to chomp on him.
See, I can squirm too, Doug.
And
Gotta be no word to squirm.
Carl K is, I don't know, he's a little afraid of Baldwin here. So he's just going to go and look at something more tasty and easy. Baldwin, you can make a opportunity attack if you want, if you have a melee weapon.
I do indeed.
Well,
And
is it my arm?
I think I might have hit him. Does a 12 hit?
No. All right, and Carl K is going to attack Egg.
Sorry,
Ugh.
Egg.
That's okay.
Is
What's your AC, Egg?
What's this silly
my
white guy doing?
Is
He's
15.
All right, and so he misses, and so Egg make an athletics check again with disadvantage.
Okay. What did you say? You said I needed to roll a.
Let's say a 15.
Okay.
To stay on
so
him.
I'm rolling two 20-sideds and taking the less of the two.
Yes.
Is that right?
As Carl K is lunging on top of Dave, and
Okay.
he knocks.
I have a 0 addition on athletics, so an 8.
No, it should be acrobatics. Sorry.
Oh, acrobatics?
You can do acrobatics.
I have a +3, so it'd be only an 11.
All right, you get knocked down to the ground.
Bummer.
And Dave is going to try to chew on you.
Dave is evil.
And
Dave is evil.
Damn. It is now Carolyn's turn.
Oh, Carolyn says he's sick of this, and he pulls
Carolyn,
out a can
Egg,
of
and
roast
Silly
grain
Wanker.
and shoves it down Doug's throat, and he sprays straight into Doug's throat.
Yeah,
Does
I
that
saw
work?
that movie.
Do you have roach spray?
And into the Roach Motel.
Was that
Do you
deep
have-
inside O'Carolyn sprinkle?
There you go.
Anyway, O'Carolyn takes his mighty dagger, and since he's already doing mouth to mouth with Doug, O'Carolyn takes his dagger and shoves it right up into Doug's mouth, into Doug's brain.
Okay,
And
roll
when
your
he's in there with
20-sided
the brain,
die.
he does that little turn the knife thing, as I'm so familiar with.
Oh, you're going to pith it.
He's just a pissant to me. So I'm twisting the knife in Doug's brain up through his throat.
Ooh.
Okay.
If I lose, Doug eats me. So, let me see. My dagger. Meet my dagger. My dagger is a +4, 1d4 + 1. So I roll a 20-sided die.
Yeah, roll 20-sided die.
Hang on, gotta open this up. 19.
Wow, you hit. Roll your damage.
Yes.
As you
I roll another dice.
roll a d4.
A d4. Do I take away my 19?
It doesn't matter. Just roll a d4. I can see what you roll.
What's that? I can't see a damn thing.
Oh, here, you did 1 point of damage plus your strength. What's your strength?
How do you see it's 1 point of damage? I don't see anything on that dice.
Just
My
scroll down
strength
maybe a
is-
little.
Yeah, I don't. My strength is 13 plus 1.
All right, so you do 2 points of damage to Doug, and it is now Egg's turn.
I am going to jump back up on Dave despite Carl's best efforts to displace me. So it's a 15.
Yeah.
Ha
What did you get, Tim? Can you clear your tray?
Sure.
I rolled a 19, and
All
I
right,
think at a
so let's say
3
you
plus.
jump up and let's say you can do your attack.
Hell yes, I am back on there with my astral arms double flailing. I got a 22 and a 19.
All right, so roll your damage for both attacks.
My damage for both attacks is 12.
Wow. That second punch.
I break right through his carapace head and fished my hand around his brain like it was some sort of pate. And I pull a fist of it out and throw it on
Jesus.
Carl.
Which
All right,
Carl?
and dead Carl. I assume it's live Carl, not dead Carl.
Yes, the live Carl.
So it's
Just got a
Kafka.
face full of his buddy's brain.
All right, so Silly Wanker, it's your turn. So you have
Roast that lobster.
like Doug and Carl, who are both kind of beat up looking, down there below you on the cliffside.
I will firebolt Carl.
All right, roll your attack.
Did you say firebolt or fireball?
Fire,
Firebolt.
fire,
Ball.
Calm
fireball,
yourself.
I got 18.
fireball. That hits. Roll your damage. Which one are you attacking again?
Carl K.
Carl K.
Okay.
18 points of damage.
Oh damn. Oh, I forgot
Face
you went up to an extra
flame.
die. Yeah, Carl K burst into flame.
Awesome.
Huzzah.
It is now Fjord's turn.
Fjord will pivot and attack Doug.
All right, so they make your move. And roll your attack. And as he's doing that, Baldwin, prepare.
Come on, there you go. First attack will be 17.
That hits.
Second attack will be 21. Third attack will be
All right, you
25.
hit it 3 times. Can you
Yes.
roll your
Yes.
damage?
I shall roll my damage and do it greatly. We have a 8 and a 12 is 20. 12 is 20. And then a massive 5. 25.
All right, and can you describe what happened to Doug?
It goes boom.
Doug glances at me for a second, his eyes pop out, and then they really pop out, going in different directions, flying, as his entire crevice body explodes from the power of my force.
Yay.
There was great rejoicing.
Bug
And now I
hunt.
need a shower.
Yeah, so now you have these cracked and smashed, 5 cracked and smashed insectoid things that burrowed out of the ground. What do you guys want to do?
I say Egg should crawl into one of the holes and see what's there. He's the only one who fits.
Well, they don't carry treasure inside, do they?
They might have babies.
Oh, you mean one of the holes in the ground? Like, crawl into one of the bugs. I was like, wait a minute. They don't have
Oh no, dude,
special
you could do that
treasure
too.
pocket.
Someone's mind took a very weird turn there.
What are you carrying? What are you carrying in nature's wallet, Dave? I am. How big are the holes? It's got to be as big as the bugs, right?
Yeah, but they're mostly collapsed down again
Oh,
as they
okay.
bury out.
Yeah.
It kind of like fills in behind them.
Okay. Well, then we don't. I say we go back.
But
to
it's loose. It's loose.
It
I'm
is?
down to 21 hit points. I'm ready for a rest.
We need a rest. Are we gonna rest at the keep and never come out again?
Here.
Or
Maybe.
here?
Let's go to the keep.
It is dangerous right now.
It is. Man, I mean, whose idea was it to clear the area?
This
Hey,
is my idea. And obviously it needs to be cleared.
guy who jumped up on
Yeah.
the wall.
We're pretty. Yeah, looks pretty clear from 25 feet up.
Wall
Yeah, it
down.
does.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a fireball.
Hey,
Yeah, I
you
thought about
said-
it, but I
you
figured
said
you guys
me.
get pissed off and you guys get all burnt up, so.
So, all right, so we're going back.
Yes, we'll trudge back and rest and recuperate.
And
Okay.
shower.
Hopefully, we will make it there.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
All right, so
We
you're gonna
get
go
a
back to
ladder?
the keep.
Yes.
Else to the yayo.
Don't
All right,
forget to
let's
bring
say
the
you
ladder.
make it back to the keep without any problem. How long are you
Yay.
gonna rest?
Well, I
Yay.
guess long enough that we're all completely restored, correct?
Yep.
Would be a good way of looking at it. Is that
All right,
just
so you come
24
back the
hours?
next day. All right, so let's say it's 1 day later. What are you gonna do now?
Do we want to head to the? Do we want to start making our way toward the place we saw the dragon go?
I don't think we're ready for the dragon yet. I say we still continue to clear the area.
Okay.
I mean, do you guys think you're strong enough to fight a dragon?
No.
Depends
No.
on the dragon. Is it like fresh
Is
out
it
of the
like-
egg?
We could barely beat these roaches. Just saying.
Did you know roaches have 2 brains? Cut off their
I
heads,
did
they
not
can
know that.
still live for 10 days.
So
Well, I don't want
I don't
that.
think that's another brain. I think that's maybe a bundle of nerves.
One in the front, one in the back. Either way, keeps them going.
Some people claim roaches have 2 different ends, and it doesn't matter which one you like. But what do I know?
Yeah. All right, so let's figure out what you want to do because Tim has to leave an hour early.
Yes.
So I kind of want to push
well,
things along.
I mean, I'm up with Silly Wanker's plan to continue to clear the area.
Yes. But I think we should rest and get hit points back.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did your long rest
We did.
already, so it's 1 day later. So now,
My minus
What do you
7
wanna
is
do?
now 0.
You want to come back to the area we are now, or try a different area?
Okay, so Michael, you're saying we have now rested, so we got our points
it's like
back?
24 hours later.
Okay,
So you said you went to the keep, you rested, and now it's the next day. What do you want to do?
okay.
Well, where is the keep in relation to the map that we're seeing now?
North, isn't it? Northeast?
No, it's going to be south.
I thought it was south. We came under that tree limb.
Yep.
Yeah, we came under that tree limb when we were roaming around.
Okay.
Yep.
Take
Okay,
this
so
vine-covered road down this way. Let's see if I can find. How do I do that? 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 I
we
don't know.
want to take. Do we want to go east, just under or just south of the water, or do we want to continue north?
Do we want to go that way? What you mean?
I don't know what I don't know what you mean by that way.
Oh, I have a pointer with a little red dot on the larger sense of the map.
I see it now.
Okay. I was.
I mean,
down.
yeah, we can I'm open to going that way.
Yeah, me
Sure.
too.
You don't want to look in the cave anymore?
Smelly cave that almost kills us because of the smell?
Yeah, that cave.
I don't want to look in there anymore.
Let's put it
What do
this
you
way.
guys want to
Do
do?
we need to? Is that where we need to go?
How,
Are you satisfied that you got everything in the cave?
Oh,
give
Oh,
us
no.
a hint.
I know he is.
Would that be
You want
the
us to go back to
area
the cave?
you prepped?
My first
could
question
be.
would be to my fellow team members, if we decide to go in there, do we have some way of warding off the stench so that we can operate with more ease?
That would be like, you mean like sticking cotton balls up your nose?
I don't know. What would our preferred methodology in this era be?
Sling
Is there a
bullets. I'll
spell?
give you.
I
Give you
think that
sling bullets to stick in your nose.
yeah, sling and then seal them with the candle wax too. And then also make sure you don't breathe anything in at the same time.
Yeah,
So you probably want to
exactly.
like fill your whole mouth with candle wax too. So make sure you plug up your nose and your mouth.
It was
a great
obvious
idea.
that the stench was affecting some of us when we tried to maneuver to our
Well, it screwed
advantage.
me up. It
I'm
screwed me
saying.
up.
So I'm like, do we really want to go back in there without being a little bit more prepared in some manner, way, or form?
Is there,
Because
is there some sort of
I'm a
poultice
dwarf,
or
but I don't want to
salve
go
we
back
can
into the
rub on our
darkness.
lip, our upper lip,
that's more than
like mixed paper rub?
I prefer to remain outside in the sunshine.
you're a dwarf.
I was raised by foxes.
Oh, cool.
Foxes burrow too. Den of foxes.
There, run rings round you logically.
And,
What a dwarf are you anyway?
oh,
Let's go
Carolyn,
back in.
A chicken shit dwarf.
You want to go
Carolyn,
back
can I
in?
ask you like what kind of sound does a fox make?
Yin, din, 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 din.
Yep.
Oh no! Please don't. Please, it's
I'm
rather
not going to
silly.
play that song.
Okay, let's go in.
Yeah, where are we supposed to go?
It is where we are supposed to go.
You guys going back to the cave?
Where else are we supposed to go? He's giving us big hints.
Oh no, we disappeared.
Okay, we get
Grab
that
the
ladder
ladder,
behind the
somebody.
bush, put it across the chasm. Crevice, wherever
Right.
it's called.
Can you guys all roll like 20-sided die
What?
Jeez.
Already?
If we want to.
as you come
I
in?
don't.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I think it's a bad
We
idea.
were
A
prepared
20.
for the smell. We were
That
prepared
20.
for the smell already.
Hey, I rolled a 17.
Oh, good.
Wow,
we got
Is
wow.
this like a con save?
Yeah, it's a con save.
Okay, 18.
Yeah, and so all of you seem like you're more used to the smell this time. The second time through, it seems like, oh, it doesn't smell quite as bad. Like, you think it's not as bad. It smells not as bad after like a day,
So,
and
Okay.
and you're more used to it too.
so it's like sex. Not as bad the second time.
Right? What do you want to do?
Like
We're
farting in
gonna
a
cross
closet.
that damn chasm with the ladder.
Do you story, lads?
The silly
Right, so
one can
now
fly
you're
across.
like crossing over the chasm, and you're now into the main cavern area where you had killed the stinking troll earlier and found its loot.
Is it still dead?
It's still dead.
Okay.
Still stinking?
Yeah, it's still stinking, but it's now kind of maybe more of a natural death and decay smell.
Okay.
So do we want to go in the direction I'm facing?
Sure.
Okay,
Small egg.
let's go this way. Is the
that?
treasure moving?
Yeah.
Can we take the treasure?
No.
Yeah. It's in the bag.
Well, no, the treasure just moved on me.
What happened to the treasure?
It's where it
Well,
started.
it got moved back.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, these are
Okay, so we
human
found.
meatballs.
Sorry? So now Egg is starting to kind of walk towards the west side of the cavern, and he gets to kind of a pit area. And as
I
he
see
Okay.
a lot of
stands on the
bones.
edge of the pit, yeah, what do you see?
Okay,
Yeah,
I see
looks
a
like I see a
helmet.
lot of bones.
I
Maybe some
see a
armor, some helmet.
helmet. Somebody go down and get that.
I'll go. So how deep is it? How deep is the pit?
How deep is
It's
your
about
love?
10 feet down,
10
10,
feet? That's
50,
a long
yeah.
way for me. All right, I'll go. Who's Joy?
Hey, Joy, are you here? Oh, um, Joy's going to be in a different game. I'm going to run this with a group of native Chinese speakers.
Oh, well,
Oh, okay.
And so
Joy's welcome to play with us.
yesterday we were introducing the game to them, and they
Okay,
were making characters and stuff. So we're doing like a session 0 yesterday, and so
got it.
Joy is like it's like a first level character.
Hello.
Well, if she's
And
gonna
she
meet the
can't hear. She's not in
Troy.
the Discord. She's not in the Discord, so she can only see
Oh,
what's happening, but she can't hear anything.
I got
So
it. Are
Egg,
we
you go
spoiling
down.
anything?
Egg is
Yes, I
down
went
there.
down.
He very
Can
cleverly
we
went
include
down.
her in the game right now?
There are two. She would have to join the Discord. The Discord is for this game.
Okay, do I
Yeah,
need
so
to
you see
roll
like a
anything
bunch of
once
bones
I'm
and
down
shit.
there?
I don't know. What do you want to do when you're down
Well,
there?
I'd like to check out that awesome looking helmet.
Okay, go and check out the
I
helmet.
think the helmet has a head inside, so remove the head.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the helmet and shake the contents out.
So the helmet is in really bad shape. It's really rusty, and it's
Ooh.
pretty much crumbling if you like grab it and shake it too
Oh
hard.
no. Oh, that's no good. Now is that what's that skull thing that was next to it?
That's a skull with a really rusty chainmail coif. Is that how you say it?
What?
Coif? COIF. It's like, kind of goes around your head and
Oh.
around your throat.
Got it. Okay. So, and then I'm seeing other skeleton pieces. What's that? Is that a shield?
Yeah, that's like a piece of. No, actually, that's a chainmail hauberk.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. And I'll walk down here. And it looks like that's it. Looks like that most of the crap down here is not worth grabbing. The helmet is gonna fall apart in my hands. Is there an easy way out of the pit?
You see that there's or roll a 20-sided die.
18.
You do notice that.
I'm sorry, you cut out, Michael. I do notice that what?
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, Michael, your microphone is cutting out.
How about now?
Okay.
That's
got
better. What do I
Hold it.
notice?
Let me get rid of this one. Let it charge some more. How about now?
Yes.
That sounds good.
I said that there's kind of a little crevice off to the east side of the pit.
Okay. Okay. I can make my
You
way
see
up to
that?
that. I do.
Is the east side where Baldwin is?
Baldwin is above, yeah, Baldwin
That's the east
side.
side. What about where
Okay.
Fjord's standing? Is that a hallway, a tunnel?
Yeah, it's like a very narrow tunnel.
Okay.
So I've extricated myself. Where else do we want to go, friends?
No,
Want
it's
to
a
go down this
tunnel.
wee tunnel or keep looking the other side
Oh,
down?
I thought it's a. Oh, I see. I thought you said it was a crevice that would let me, like, kind of parkour my way up.
Yeah.
You're saying
No, that's a crevice that leads into a dark hole.
Ooh.
He's always gone down
Ooh.
dark holes.
Anybody?
All the people
Anybody
Coming up that
gonna
hole
come
and
with
making the
me?
bone.
coming up
Anybody
that
gonna come
hill.
with? No one's going with me.
I'm back.
Fjord will go with you.
Okay. All right, I'll go in. I'll go in first.
I don't think you should.
Why not?
It's dangerous.
Well, yeah, but Danger's my middle name. Egg Danger Shen.
I
So you're
put
going
the
by
C
yourself?
for coward back in Carolyn.
You see good in the dark, Egg, or shall I go first?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you go first?
I can totally see in the dark, but you can go first.
Do you have a source
I
of light
can't.
though, Egg, or is it just pitch dark that you're walking into?
Well, I am unable to. I mean, I have a torch. I guess I could light it.
Because otherwise it's pitch dark. So you're inside a cave and then you're walking into a second cave that's in a pit
Cave
in the
within
cave.
cave. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll light a torch.
All right, so you're
Can I
going to
roll
light
a
a torch and
perception?
you're going to head in.
Yes, and Fjord is going to walk a little bit ahead of me because he can see better in the dark, but the torch is at least giving us some illumination.
Shall let him enter with the torch so the whole of the room may be illuminated.
Ooh, more bones.
Inception.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, a friendly friend. More
Uh-oh.
friendly
Um,
friends.
More bugs.
More friendly
Oh.
friends. So many friendly friends. Little
Just a
brain.
second.
Are those brain choppers? I can't see. I'm not in that hole of death.
They mind players.
Not mind flayers, the brain eater things. The like cannibal brains on legs. Ooh,
There's
eggs.
bread. There's little loaves of bread.
Eat one. See
Great.
how bready it tastes.
Yep.
All right, roll for initiative.
I rolled very well, but I'm not in there, so that's a good thing.
I
Fjord
rolled a
and Egg
16.
are the only people who need to roll. Did
Oh,
everyone?
I totally wasted that perfectly fine roll.
So Egg is first, and then Fjord is second, and then the monsters are third.
Fireball,
So-
guys. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Fjord, what do
Fireball.
you want to do?
I thought you said Egg was first. Am I first?
Oh yeah, sorry, Egg. Egg, you're first.
I'm gonna tell Fjord that we ought to get the hell out of there and run away.
If that's what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing. I think
You're
this is
gonna
a bad
run?
idea for the two of us to take these guys on by ourselves.
So Egg is going to run.
Let's lure them out. I will yell at Fjord. Let's lure them out. And I'm going
Sounds
to run.
like a plan. Then the others can help us.
All right, so
Yes.
Egg, don't go anywhere.
Okay.
So Egg, just put yourself
I
back
didn't get
where
to
you were.
run.
Oh, they don't
No.
get any opportunity attack. They're blinded by the light. They've been in the dark forever.
Yeah.
No, Egg. So you get Egg. You get 2 opportunity attacks as you run away.
Okay.
First one is going to hit. Second one is going to miss. So Egg, you take 6 points of damage,
Okay.
and you can run.
Thank you.
Right away.
Fjord, it's now your turn. So Egg, move your character. You can go
Same
25
size,
feet.
Board.
And it's 5 a grid.
Yeah. 1 hex is 5. So you move 5 hexes.
Okay, so I'm gonna run over here, and I'm gonna yell up
Fjord. Okay, go ahead.
to I'm gonna yell up to everybody that there's 4 big bugs down here, friends, and they're coming.
So what you're telling me is if I do what I should do and leave, they're going to attack me. If I stay, I'm going to die.
I don't know.
Oh, and I dropped the torch.
In the room?
I dropped the torch in the cave. I was scared.
Was scared. These beasties look even more vicious than the other, or they look tiny?
They're smaller than the others. They're like half the size.
Kill them.
But I'm a halfling, so they're big.
You got less hit points, less AC.
Fjord, take your move.
smash.
Otherwise, we're gonna.
First smash is 16. Second
That
smash is 23. Third smash is... Ooh, that's a natural 20. I don't know if it matters at all. Plus 7, 27.
All right. So roll your first attack. Roll damage on your first attack.
I'm getting there. The first attack is 7. The second attack.
7 points of damage. That's all.
Yeah. The second attack is 7 points of damage. Then the third one, which had the natural 20. I get to roll extra for that? I don't remember. It's been a long time. 8
Yeah,
plus
you roll 2 8-sided dice.
8 and 8 is 16 plus 4 is 20.
Holy crap.
Wow. Tell us what happened.
Awesomeness.
I pound him into the ground so that you can't even tell he was ever there.
Okay.
Yay.
Now it's my turn.
Don't they have to move?
It's a foot. Remember, I have an AC of 82.
Yeah, but they were busy attacking Egg as he ran away like a
That's
silly
true.
little bitch he is.
Take whatever I can get.
I'm just a wee bit.
All right. All right. So Fjord, what you notice is after you hit this, what'd you hit it with?
Hammer axe.
What's your axe made of? What kind of axe do you have?
Oh, rust monsters.
Silver to battle axe.
All right, so you hit it twice with this axe, a silver battle axe, and as you hit it, you notice that some of the silver is chipping off, and there's you notice some rust starting to grow on the edge of your axe.
You're hurting.
That's weird.
You're hurting my
Silver
axe?
doesn't rust.
Yeah.
So you see that the silver on your axe is chipping off. The silver coating on the axe is chipping off. And there's some rust growing below the silver, and the silver's starting to like bulge out.
Oh no.
Trying to destroy my axe? What did I ever do to you?
Wait, hold on for a second here. All right, so now these two guys are going to come up to you. Can't move the guy, and they're going to attack.
Of course they are.
I forgot
First
the
one misses.
mouse. Shit.
Second one also misses.
What are you doing
Oh,
up so
Lorraine
early?
is with
Which
us.
one is it?
Lorraine
I was gonna
is
say
with
that.
us.
This one is
Wow.
You should be asleep.
Jet lag.
Couldn't sleep. I got up an hour early, but I mean, I've been up for an hour, but couldn't go back to sleep.
All right.
Well, hello.
So it is now Egg's turn, and everyone else. Let's like just roll for initiative for everyone else, and you can like slot in afterwards.
Well, I'm yelling, bugs, lots of bugs.
So Carolyn is near the end. Okay.
Me too.
Silly Wanker.
At 5 again.
Okay, so
3 for me.
It's tiny. I can't see it.
you guys suck. All right, it actually doesn't matter because all of you are. And Abiona, you can roll too. Roll a d20 for initiative.
Okay, I
We're back to
forgot to
town.
bring my mouse, and the map is tiny.
You went back
How
to
about
town.
someone else? You want someone else to roll for you?
I can roll, but I can't see myself.
Right, yeah, that was a 2. So actually, you're going to be faster than Silly Wanker, even with a 2. So now initiative order is Egg, Fjord, Monsters, then Abiona, Silly Wanker, O'Carolyn, and Baldwin is last.
Just
So
tell me
now-
which one to hit because I can't see anything.
Jesus.
Oh, one way is to
All
take a
right.
picture and flash it.
So now it is Egg's turn.
Okay, well, I was yelling at everybody to come help. Bugs everywhere. And I guess I could run back in and I mean, I can reach I could stand here and reach with my astral arms to hit, correct?
Yes, you could.
I'll do that.
Can you pull Fjord out of there?
Fjord can run out himself if he wants to. Fjord is completely undamaged.
Yeah.
All right.
Get out so we could just fire
So-
out of that room.
Do your
Yes.
attack. And Fjord is next.
Yeah. Well,
Nice. Okay, well, one is a 22
You hit it
and
twice.
the other is a
You
25.
hit it twice and roll your damage.
Boom.
Which one are you attacking?
The closest one to the door
Okay.
or the mount or the where the channel opens up into the cave. 11 total. 11 total damage.
Okay. So do you want to do anything else? Like use your bonus action for chi, a flurry of blows or anything?
Sure. Can I use flurry of blows with my astral arms?
Yes, you can.
Okay, then yeah, I'll spend another chi and try that on B.
You're going to
is
attack a
that-
different one.
I'm going to attack a different one with the flurry of blows.
You sure you want to attack a different one instead of trying
No,
to
I'm
kill
not
one?
sure. I'll
Rather have
go
like
ahead and
2
attack
half-dead ones instead of 1 live one.
fully dead one. That's a good idea. Okay. So my flurry of blows is a 24.
That's one,
To
and
hit.
then your second attack.
I get 2 attacks with flurry of blows.
Well, if you don't want to have more than one attack, you can just use a normal unarmed strike and just get one attack. So
Well,
you hit
no,
twice.
I'll use the flurry.
Okay, so you hit it 2 more times and
Yep,
roll your
I did
damage.
12 plus 18, and 11.
11 more points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this one is quite beat up, but still standing.
Okay.
Fjord, it is your turn.
It's just the 2 of them, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, smash, smash. Smash, smash, smash. Attack, attack, attack.
Smash,
Bam, bam,
smash the one that I wasn't hitting.
Okay, the farther one. Oh no! I don't think I made it with a 7, an 8, but did I?
No.
That sucks. Then it is a 12.
No.
God. Then a. Well, that's not good. That's calling that a 2. So that means that's a 9. I probably didn't
God.
get any one of them.
All right, it's my turn. And let me see what they're going to do.
Did he just disappear?
No, he didn't despair. He's just thinking.
Who's thinking?
Okay, Fjord, you see these, both A and B are going for you. And you need to make a dex
Rude.
save. They have like these antenna coming out of their head, and they are waving at you, trying to touch your armor. Your masterwork, beautiful armor. They're trying to touch it. So you need to roll DC 11 dex save for both of their attacks.
DC 11? Oh,
Yes.
Are those attacks? Maybe they're
you mean a
just trying to
25 die 11 or higher?
Yes.
Okay. I get to use my +1?
Yeah, so it's a dexterity.
About a 20. So 21.
Ooh, so you dodge easily, and then second guy.
Wait a minute, that should be for both. I'm not good.
No.
If you make the second one, I'm going to allow you to run away if you want without an opportunity attack.
L, let me tell you how that went.
Oh.
Okay.
Plus.
So if you want to, you dodged A, and you can run away from A without an opportunity attack if you want.
Do it.
But
I'll
only
run.
If you want.
Wait, can I run though?
Don't knock me over.
I will stealthily slip by egg.
Okay, so B is going to try to attack you. Oh, he
Miss,
crits.
I'm running like a gazelle.
He crits on you.
Yeah, he did.
And
Right.
dude,
Right.
he bites at you,
Radish hits on you.
Is wrong.
and he does 14 points of damage as you run by. B tries to bite you,
That is wrong.
and now it is Abiona's turn.
Okay, which one should I hit?
You are
the one that's
outside.
alive. You can go inside the tunnel.
You have to go down the pit and through the tunnel if you want to do anything, because they are underground in a little cave.
How did she get
Yeah.
back here?
Well,
it's
you'll
been
find out
like
later.
a day.
She forgot to tell you something.
Okay, which one I can see?
You can't see anything because you are up
Lorraine, you
in the
have to go-
cavern,
if you want
and
to
they are underground.
So I have to go to them.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you have to go down the pit, through the little cave if you want to do anything.
Okay, I'll, if I hear them, I will go to them. Can I hear them?
Yes.
You hear that they're all yelling and stuff. People are yelling and stuff.
Okay, so I will be also yelling, let's go down and help them.
I'm not
Okay, you
yelling.
can move.
How far?
You can move 6 hexes.
6, okay. Somebody move me because I can see very tiny me. I can enlarge it.
Okay, so here you are at the edge of the. Actually, you're down in the pit. You, with your lax move, you jump down into the pit. Do you want to do anything else? Because you don't see anything.
See anything?
You can
I'm
do
not
another.
in the blind. No.
Yeah, you can do another move as your action to get closer to the action.
Yeah,
And you can move 6
move
more.
me closer enough to see and hit.
Well, you can't do any hits this turn because you did all your move to get within attacking range.
Lorraine, be
Okay.
careful. They will rust your armor.
Oh,
She has
when they
leather
get
armor.
close enough or they shoot something.
I thought she had metal.
No, mine is leather.
Okay.
No, you have mithril chain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
actually what I
thought.
put out with my name on it.
Yeah, you have mithril chain mail. So that's your move. You're there. It is now Silly Wanker's turn.
Me being the great person I am, I'm just gonna sit still and guard the guard the rear. So I'm not doing nothing.
Okay. Well, Carolyn, it's your turn.
Oh, Carolyn had the wild idea. He's going to. How many moves can I do? 1,
You can move
2,
5 X's.
3, 4, 5 into the pit. I've moved,
Okay.
and that's the best I can do.
All right, it is now Baldwin's turn.
All right. From the mouth of the tunnel, can I fire? Do I see well enough from right behind Carolyn? Is there space for me to shoot into and hit A?
No, it's you have to get down on your knees first of all
Well, then I'm gonna
to see down in there.
I'm not.
And
gonna
then
do
there's
that.
like 4 people jamming the cave entrance before you.
Then I'm not doing shit.
Yep.
All right, it is now Egg's turn.
I'm gonna go shit by the dead guy.
You just said you're not doing shit.
Well, I decided to do it because I'm
You want to do
just
shit?
gonna do it.
I can't
Okay,
tell.
I will.
You don't
I
give a
will
crap, or you give a crap.
Lots of crap.
Okay, I'll do my 2 attacks. My astral arm smashing on bug letter A.
Okay, roll.
A 20 and a 1. So that'd be a 7.
So roll your one attack, one attack that hit.
7 total hit points damage on A. I squished him.
And do you want to do anything else?
Well, I'll spend another chi point to try 2 more attacks on B.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Oh, careful, I got a cat. Another 1, son of a bitch. And a 9 plus 6 is 15.
All right, so that second attack hits. Roll your damage.
7.
Okay. B is going to come and attack Egg.
Yay.
And he hits.
No.
And he does 4 points of damage. It is now Abiona's turn.
Oh, so I can hit? Which one should I
Yes.
hit?
There's
ugly
one live guy in front of attacking egg.
Okay, I hit that one.
With what?
The one attacking egg.
What are you
Well,
using
yeah,
to
but now
attack
you're
him?
gonna hit him.
Is it been hurt before? Has it?
Yes.
Yes, he has been hurt before.
Okay, so I can have 2 damage, extra damage for it.
He's got such a bad attitude.
Okay, where's mine? Because I marked it too much, I lost the dice tray.
Do you want to do a hunter's mark on him too?
Is it dying? I don't want to waste that.
I don't know.
Sure. It doesn't cost me a turn, sure.
Okay. So now roll your attack. What are you using to attack?
Longbow, I can have +9 to hit.
All right, I'm going to make you roll with disadvantage because you're in this little tunnel and there's
Like,
this
right on top of
halfling
it.
guy in front of you and you have to go on your knees or you have to crouch down because the roof of the tunnel is not high enough. So you either have to be on your knees to try to shoot past this jumping around monk dude.
Okay, so I couldn't just fly over and see it like a movie. So.
Yes.
Sure. I roll a 20.
Okay.
Nice.
And your second attack?
The second one. 18. It's still 20.
All right. So the first attack with disadvantage hits. Now your second attack with disadvantage.
Good. 15 and 16. Ooh.
All right, you hit
Damn.
it twice. So roll damage for 2 arrow attacks.
Okay. D8 plus 4. That means the first one is 7.
And then you have some kind of
Yeah.
hex thing or hunter's mark on it. Is another
Yeah,
D6, I believe.
The second one is 11.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
7
that's
plus
11
11,
24. Is it dead?
18. It's not quite dead, but you have like 2 hunter's marks, right? And then you have some Colossus Slayer, some monster hunter thing that's right.
Yeah, I have one more, 1d8.
All right, roll your other D8 and roll your 2 D6s.
Okay. 3. You have to write it down because I have to cross it out.
Yeah, just roll. It doesn't really matter. Just roll so we can
3.
see what you
And
roll.
then 2 6s is from the hunter's mark.
Yes.
5.
All right.
Total?
You
No,
rolled
this one
something.
has one.
She rolled 20 something total. She rolled some massive amount.
Oh, okay.
I think I don't remember what it was, but it had like 2 hit points left before she started rolling the bonus dice.
So it's dead.
It's dead.
Okay.
Okay, so
No, if it dies
is
on
it
the first hit, I should move it to the second object.
There's nothing
Well,
left.
no,
Everything is dead.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So are we free moving at this point?
Yes,
We gotta
you're
kill
out
the
of
eggs.
initiative order.
I'm gonna run in with
Kill the
my astral arms and smash those eggs.
Yes.
It might be worth something, guys.
Eggs?
What I mean, like that, like worth putting in our backpack so they hatch.
Billy Wanker wants to carry him.
If you want, it's silly wanker. If you want to come in and grab those eggs and carry them yourself, I will leave them unsmashed.
How big are they?
Well, I mean, I'm a halfling, so they look pretty big.
They look like a loaf of bread
I was gonna
size.
say, loaf of bread size.
Huh.
Whatever happened to our pet wolves?
Do they look like they're ready to hatch?
Yes.
Send him back to Phandalin to get trained.
Oh, okay.
Silly wanker, do you want to go in and investigate, or you're asking egg? And how are you asking egg? You're using your telepathy thing or something?
No, we never connected. Okay, heck with it. I don't want to do it.
Okay, so what are these little like gem-looking arrowheads on the floor here?
You see like little gems, and they have some kind of arcane carvings on them.
Ooh, I'll take those.
All right, so inside this room, you see like some bone buttons, some various ivory game pieces, ivory whistle, some empty glass vial. There's some seashells, decaying straps of leather, and then you see these 2 gems with some kind of arcane carving on them, and you see these 3 eggs in a pile of rags that seem to have been gathered together.
Like a nest.
Like a nest.
Well, will the gems fit in the glass vial?
No,
Okay.
not even close.
Okay. I'll
The gem
grab
is-
both the gems.
Okay.
Am I able to decrypt the markings?
What languages can you read?
Common, Sylvan, Goblin, and Halfling.
No.
Okay. Can I roll a guess?
No. Sure, yeah, guess.
No, I'm not gonna roll a guess. I was just being an ass.
No,
Okay,
you can
I'll
roll.
grab those. I'll roll a guess. Okay, I'll roll a guess.
Arrow.
12.
Wow, arrow.
You have no idea what it means. And so you're smashing the eggs?
I've just got this inkling that maybe somebody who's not in the cave might be somewhat interested in these eggs. So I'll just grab one of them.
The wall just moved?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it meant
That was me. I was just trying to move shit around, but I forgot to lock it all down.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'll grab the two gems here and one of the bug eggs and leave the cave.
Okay. What else do you guys want to do now?
I think I want to go up and take my axe to the water and maybe rinse off some of the acid. What happened? What happened?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yes.
I was just trying to see what I was checking to see what was black, what was fog. Because the map is kind of dark, so I can't tell what's fogged and what's not fogged. It just all looks dark.
Is this a pathway here?
Could be.
It is a small one.
Yeah.
I want to go investigate this.
Okay, is this also
Well,
a
I'm gonna-
path? Or is that just wall?
Sorry?
Where I'm pointing, is that wall or a path?
That's wall.
Okay.
Okay, is there
So-
something
Up in our quadrant, is it where Silly Wanker, is that the only actual exit that we can see from where we're at?
Oh, okay. There we go. Go on in there. Let's see what we see. Can I see? Do I need to light a torch?
It is dark. Don't you have goggles at night or some shit like that from the were-rat cave? I thought you got some glasses.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah, so you can see in the dark. But, it'd be nice if you had a torch, you realize.
Oh, okay. So what do I see? Anything down?
You just tell what you see. It looks like there's more cave.
More cave, guys. Want to follow me?
Well, I've got my lit torch from the other cave. Do you want me to walk up ahead with you?
That's a good idea. I shouldn't be leading the
All
party
right.
anyway.
So as I go behind,
And you got
Silly
some
Wanker,
2 dwarves who can actually see in the dark.
I know.
Can the tiefling see in the dark? The half-elf can
Yes.
see in the dark.
Hey, I don't
So
know this.
Egg is the only one who can't see in the dark, right?
That is correct.
but I have a torch. But before I walk past Silly Wanker with my torch, I'm gonna tuck this egg in his backpack.
Is he going to tell me that he's going to do this?
No.
That would ruin the surprise.
I just had this feeling that you wanted it.
I don't have no medal, so what I care.
Neither do I.
I don't want any of those.
Okay. Looks like that there's a fork in the road, friends. Which way you want to go?
We will follow.
I will follow you.
All right, we're going to the left then.
Okay.
Walk away, walk away, walk away. We will follow.
Whoa. No.
To the darkness.
Oh. I see a dead end that I'm sure I'll have monsters once they show up.
Yeah. Go
They
there and kill him.
always do.
Or is there a pit? And what is that? A hole in the floor of the cave?
You see kind of like some loose ground.
I'm gonna hold my torch over it.
It's kind of caved in.
Hear any noises?
Mhm.
No.
I don't know, guys. What do you want to do? Is it? I suppose a halfling would fit just fine in there.
It's
Yeah,
Or-
pretty much.
Or a
It's a
fireball?
It's a bug.
It's it's all pretty much caved in. So it's
Yeah.
like loose ground. There's kind of
Does
like
it
a
look? Does it look
like some-
familiar?
kind of
like
yeah.
the
You kind of
cave
notice that
ground?
there is some shit like this outside the cave too.
It's a bug
Yeah.
entrance.
Let's get out of here.
Cockroaches came from?
Okay, let's check out the other side.
Just be wary that there might be bugs in here. So those kind of bugs.
Yep.
Back up and try
All right.
that next area.
Okay.
We'll go down this side.
Yep.
Ooh,
Something shiny.
something blood on the ground.
Yeah.
Is that treasure in the corner?
Could be mold, guys.
It almost looks like a dark pit there in the 2 o'clock area.
Oh,
Oh, it's really dark. They're being attacked.
yeah, I see that dark pit. It's probably another bug entrance.
Michael, is that a path to the south
Yes, there's a path to the south also.
and to the north?
Okay,
Let's do the north. It's smaller.
you think?
Clear it.
All right.
I can't seem to get my guy to move again.
You see over here, there's like some more tunneling and shit. Kind of like what you saw earlier.
Over here, as in where?
Like right by where you are. That's
But-
on the map.
Can
But
we
just like
go
imagine
farther?
that there's like some more loose dirt and stuff.
Like this is where Doug and Dave and Clark might have come from.
Roll a 20-sided die.
What is this?
Carl and Carl.
That's
I
a
don't-
pile of crap.
Crack? Okay.
A
Well, then you rolled a
19.
17 for. Yeah, you think that maybe this is their lair.
Well, let's destroy the
In
eggs.
fact, you have like a very good feel that this is probably their lair.
We should break the egg, destroy any eggs.
Are there more other than the one that Silly Wanker has?
No, that's Silly Wanker is a different kind of egg.
Yeah, Silly Wanker
Yeah,
is holding
these-
a rust monster egg. We want to destroy the giant cockroach eggs.
But have we found any of those?
Go
You have
inside
not.
there and find it.
Well, is where Baldwin is standing, does that continue? Or is he against a wall?
He's against a wall.
Okay, well then let's go south.
What's in
Is there
these
any
barrels?
other discernible exit from this part where all of us are right now?
All of us
Are
are.
these
You just see
wooden
that there's
crates?
something south. There's a passage south. So, Silly Wanker, you were asking a question?
Are these wooden crates?
Yeah, you see a bunch of crates and barrels and shit like that. They're very old looking, mostly decayed.
It's this pile of stuff where Fjord's at.
I'm gonna shoot a fireball into one of them and start catch them on fire.
You're going to shoot a fire bolt or a fireball?
A fire bolt, I meant bolt.
All right, just sure. You can hit whatever you want. You can shoot as many as you want in order to start a fire.
Yeah, I did.
I'm not going to even ask you to roll because you can just shoot another one if you want until you
Yeah,
hit.
I'm gonna just
So there's
put
like
this
a
on.
fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna just catch everything on fire. If there's eggs in there, they be destroyed.
There's totally
And
no smoke
and
from
place
this
will
fire,
fill with
right?
smoke.
Underground where we're all stuck. No smoke at all.
It is a
Nah.
smokeless fire.
It's a smokeless fire.
Magical fire.
Yep. And so
It's a magical journey.
as you smell the smoke coming from the north, you venture to the south.
Right.
Yes. Whoa. What's that? Is that like a big old egg or something?
No, those are some rocks.
Just rocks.
Got a rock.
Okay, so we can go this way.
Okay, I found treasure over here.
Treasure. Yep, he found treasure.
Did you find treasure earlier too?
Yeah, we put it in the bag.
Last time, right?
Yeah, last
Where
time
old Greg was.
we put it all in the bag. We'll deal with it later when we get the list.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so you find some treasure here.
What kind of treasure
Okay,
do
I'm
we find?
still going down this way.
You find some copper pieces, silver pieces, some gold pieces, some various gems like chalcedony, citrine, onyx, quartz, zircon. Oh, there's some kind of wrapped up case that's like about a foot long, and there's like a cylindrical case, and there's a potion, a bottle.
I'll open the scroll case.
Drink it.
If you open the scroll case, there is a scroll inside.
Ah. Is it the sort I can read?
No.
Then I put it in the bag, or I hand it to Silly Wanker, see if he can read it.
Can I read it?
No.
Okay, put it in the bag.
In the bag. And we follow Egg.
Is this a table? Right here, is this some sort of table with writing on it?
It's just various, I don't know, broken shit on it, broken crap.
Okay.
It's, I don't know, maybe some smashed up crap.
It's crap then. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
can
various
we pull it
decayed.
up? Can we pull it up?
What do you want to do? You want to like
Can-
dig
can
through
we
the
pry-
smashed up
Pry
crap?
it off the ground. See if anything's underneath.
Where are you asking about Egg? Egg, you're
Oh,
like
well,
somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm somewhere else. Never mind.
Egg, where do you want to go? Just kind of show me with the pointer.
Show
There a
us
different
where
direction?
Michael hurt you
This
with the
way.
pointer.
Ooh. Hey, I found some black blood of the earth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What are those?
What are those things across the?
All right, so there's this kind of like purple, just slightly luminescent stuff on the edge of this pool.
And it looks like there's some people in the hot tub.
Oh, where you see like rusted armor and stuff. You see like obviously it looked like there was some kind of fight in the pool and people had killed each other.
Ugh.
Hold it. It looks like they killed each other.
Oh, I don't know. You see like a bunch of dead bodies.
We can totally tell they killed each other.
Hey,
So
there's
don't
another one of
read
those
the purple
gems
shit.
in there. There's another one of those gems in there. All right, I'm going after it.
Make
Can
sure
you
it's
kind of
not
show which way
acid.
you're going?
Yeah.
What
I'm
is
gonna
that?
go.
What is the purple shit again?
It's kind of some slightly
Luminescent.
glowing purple shit. There was like some stuff in the cage earlier that was like slightly glowing green stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the edge here, and I'm gonna examine the water. Does it look just kind of brackish, but probably water?
You can see kind of it's like flowing out. You can see where where you are. Let me add something here. All right. Egg, can you roll a 20-sided die?
Yeah. A 3.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm not
Can I
so
reach
sure
that
it's cool.
gem? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
Disturb the elders.
I'm thinking the
Wow.
answer to that is yes.
Crit. And what's your AC?
15.
A lot.
Okay. As you're standing there, you feel some tendrils slither across your body and more
Ugh.
tendrils slithering across your body. And you're very, very surprised.
Oh, I get a save against being frightened.
You're not frightened, you're just surprised.
I'm just surprised.
And you
Damn.
take 8 points of damage. Damn, did I roll like shit.
Jesus.
8 points of damage from a tendril?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a stinger.
And so these tendrils, and you just feel this kind of your life getting sucked out of you. It's not like you're not wounded or anything, but you just feel like your life energy being sucked out.
Ooh.
Is that vampire? So this
And
looks
let's roll for initiative.
Must we?
You don't need to. Or do you want to keep? Yeah, let's everyone roll for initiative.
17.
So Fjord is first. Baldwin is second. Abiona, you didn't roll yet. Egg is like really bad.
Yeah, I got a +3, but it's not a good roll.
I got
And
+2.
O'Carolyn is even slower than Egg.
Oh, I
And
have 5.
Sillywinker, what's your total?
7 total.
I'm 7.
Right.
I have +4. 9. So I'm 9.
8.
All right, so it's going to be Fjord, Baldwin, Monsters, no, it's Abiona's before Monsters. Abiona, Monsters, Egg, Sillywanker, O'Carolyn is last. Fjord, are you there? Oh,
Am I
Fjord's right there. What do you want to do?
foolishly have been following Egg. Yeah.
What do you mean foolishly?
Well, just had Cthulhu's babies come out and they're trying to kill you and I both. Well, this is Michael's game. If I try to back away, they're going to attack and kill me. So
Get the tendrils off me.
I will attempt to smack. I have one axe. Yeah, well, I'll smack the tendrils off him. One side or the other. Smack on each side of him, trying to cut or smash the tendrils.
Okay, sure. Smash the tendrils. You can roll.
First one was a massive.
Can
23.
everyone clear your dice tray, if you are not involved? So you rolled 16?
23 on the first hit. 11 on the second hit. And 15 on the third hit.
So you're only trying to attack the tendrils on him?
Yes, to get them away from him, to smite them away, to stomp them.
You very effectively smite the tendrils off of Egg.
Yay! Thank you.
All right, Baldwin, your turn.
All right. Guiding bolt on Larry and spiritual hammer on Shemp. Guiding bolt, I hit with 26.
That hits.
Spiritual hammer, 17.
You hit both times.
Excellent. Then my damage for guiding bolt. My damage for guiding bolt is 16, and spiritual hammer is 11.
Okay. You see that they are kind of flailing around. They look kind of damaged.
Okay, Larry
it is
and
now-
Shemp are now damaged, guys. Now for Larry, anyone, the next person to hit him rolls with advantage until my next turn.
Abiona, it's your turn.
Oh, is it like a tentacle monster?
Those four guys, there's four guys. Larry, Shemp, Mo, and Curly Joe.
I know. Are they like with tentacles? Do we shoot the tentacles or shoot the heart?
Do they look like a head? They have heads?
No.
Yeah.
They're just
But they have
massive.
tentacles, right?
They're massive.
There's just like kind of these masses of, I don't know. They're not an animal.
But it has solid form.
Yes, there's some massive lumpy thing, and there's some kind of like tentacles flailing around coming out of them.
And they have to touch you to hit you?
Sorry?
They have to touch you to hit you.
I don't know. They did
But
touch. They touched Egg. Let's say that. They
Okay.
reached out and they grabbed the egg.
So Egg was
It's
attacked by
out
one of the tentacles.
Everybody wants to touch Egg.
Okay. It's okay. I just moved to a better angle so I can shoot.
I'm just so cute.
You are behind a wall, a big pillar,
Oh, where?
completely away from everyone. You
Okay,
can't
she
see
got-
anything from where you are.
She can't see the map, dude.
I can see
Okay.
it now. I can enlarge it. I find out how to enlarge it. Google is a good thing.
Okay.
So can I move next to Silly Wonka?
Yes, you can.
And then I can only hit one?
Shoot.
You can shoot Larry and Shemp from your angle.
One. Oh, you mean,
The
not the
monsters.
Larry in the other game,
No,
sorry.
Larry's a different. The good Larry's in a different game. This
Oh,
Larry.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shoot Larry then.
Okay.
So,
Clear your
none
tray.
of them
Baldwin,
hurt
also
before,
clear your
right?
tray. Sorry,
Okay.
Lorraine, go ahead.
None of them has been hurt?
Larry and Shemp have both been hurt.
Ah, okay. Then I got extra. I have no disadvantage this time, right?
No, you do not.
Okay, 8 plus 9 is 17.
You hit?
Yes.
Who are you
And
hitting?
then the second, I have 2 attacks.
Yes.
Okay. And the second one is
You hit, who did you hit first?
the same guy, Larry.
No, so how about just roll your damage on Larry? Just roll your damage on Larry.
You're gonna kill him.
Okay. No, 3 plus 4 is 7, the first one.
And it's kind of,
then 7 plus 4, 11.
kind of
18.
like this explosion.
18 plus. Oh, I don't need the plus. Okay.
All right, so, and Larry kind of sinks down and deflates.
Oh, I'm so sad. Larry died.
And then your second arrow, who are you shooting at? Did
The
you
one
hit with
right
your
next
second
to it.
attack?
Yeah.
Shemp. Kill Shemp.
How much damage did you do?
That one is 11, I think.
You did 11?
Yeah. It's a plus 4 things, so it's 11.
Shemp deflates down too.
Yay!
It is
There was
now
much
Monster's
rejoicing.
turn. And you're just gonna go for egg. You see these tendrils reach out for egg. And that misses, and they also miss again.
Whoa!
As he's no longer surprised and dodging away. And now it is Egg's turn. After Egg is Sillywanker, and after Sillywanker is O'Carolyn.
I am going for the gem.
It's gem.
Oh,
In the water?
Yep.
Because greed is a wonderful companion.
Well,
You
I'm
shoot a
already.
water?
You're gonna step into the water?
Yes.
You
Step into the water.
Something.
All right, roll a 20-sided die.
Oh,
As you step in the water, roll a 20-sided die.
11.
Okay. And, okay. And now, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to grab this gem in front of me.
Okay, and so, roll again. What'd you roll?
1.
Yay!
You try to...
did not touch the water. Oh, no, you
All right,
fell in.
He's totally in the water.
And
anyways,
swimming. And
as
drinking.
you tug on the gem, the gem is actually on the sword. And as you tug at the sword, you're not able to free the sword, and you slip in the water.
Oops.
And now you are very wet.
Yes.
That's what his wife said.
And now it is Sillywanker's turn.
Okay, I will fire bolt Mo.
Roll your attack.
11.
Okay, roll your damage.
Oh, I didn't think it was gonna hit. All right.
It's just this big blobby mass of purple stuff.
11 points of damage.
Okay. It is kind of piece of it are on fire. Now it is O'Carolyn's turn.
Well, Carolyn wants to move up close and do a shatter spell on our good friend Mo. Does
Can you
O'Carolyn have
point-
the motion to get there?
Yeah. You can move over here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you show
Is that
me
close?
where you want to center the shatter spell?
I wanted to come at them from this angle.
So just like the shatter spell will have like a center point. So just you use that red dot and put it exactly where you want to center the shatter spell.
Then I'm going to put the shatter spell on Curly Joe because Egg is here. I don't want him to get hurt.
Don't care about Fjord. I see how you are.
Yeah.
So you're going to put the shatter spell right
on the center of Curly Joe's tentacles.
Okay, so what's the range of
60 feet.
The range
Oh,
is 60
shit.
feet, and what's the diameter of the shatter spell?
10 feet.
Is it 20 feet?
It's 10.
Well,
10-foot
still,
radius.
10-foot radius. Okay, so roll your damage.
this isn't a good idea.
Roll your
Not a good
damage.
idea.
No, roll your damage.
What
Yeah,
if I
10 foot.
aim it? If I aim it closer to here?
Yeah, that's okay too.
All right, that will not hurt Egg and it will not hurt Fjord.
Are you sure you don't want to put it right on Curly Joe?
Well, if you put it that way, yes, I'm sure.
You're
No,
sure
I mean you
don't
said
want to.
you said you wanted to do it. I think that Curly Joe's like a really nice target.
I think that
Right
you're
on
evil. I'm not
Curly
gonna do
Joe's
that.
head. Maybe even Mo would be like an even better target.
I think I'll stick
so
with
can
my
you
first. I'll put it right here in the water pond. 10-foot radius. That's this much.
Yes.
Yeah, that should work.
Okay, all right. I will roll your damage.
Oh my goodness.
It's a 20-sided die.
Yeah.
4.
No, you don't have to roll. The shatter,
Oh.
I have to roll a con save,
Oh, okay.
I believe. So you just
Con
roll your
artist
damage.
block.
What is your saving throw? It's important. Your DC, it's a spell save DC on the last page on your spell sheet. I need to know the number.
You do, huh?
Yeah. Spell save DC, it's going to be maybe a 14 or a 15.
The Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Constitution saving throw.
No, I need to know his
the spell
DC
save.
spell save. I need to know what I need to roll to avoid it.
On
Oh,
your spell sheet, on the top of your spell sheet, on the far right, there's a thing that says DC. Saving throw DC.
Oh,
back to the armor. Death saves nothing. Ability save DC 15.
there you go.
That would be it.
Half damage, save for half
At the
only.
bottom of the page.
All right.
That's the top of the page.
Should be on the top of your spell sheet.
Your spell
Oh, you
page.
told me
can-
from the.
Your spell book.
Yeah, you got it right. DC 15.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's right there on the top of the spells. Yeah, DC saving throw DC 15.
All right. Roll your damage.
My damage is a 20-sided dice.
No, it's not a 20-sided die. It's going to be
No,
like
3D8.
3d8, I believe.
38.
It's
Unless you
3d8.
upcast it. If
Four.
you upcast it, you can have more. But I think it's 3d8 if you
7.
didn't do anything.
And 2. 13. So 13.
For the whole area.
Yep. And save for half.
So Mo was attacked before? Was that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Curly Joe had stepped on his toe. He said,
All right.
Oh,
It is
nice
now
guy.
back to Fjord's turn.
Hey. So, damn, I don't really want to attack Curly Joe. Not with a hand weapon. Wanting to attack him with a hand weapon will just back up a little bit and let them attack them with all their weird shit.
Baldwin, your turn.
Okay, then I am hitting Curly Joe with a guiding bolt, and I am also, if he survives, doing the spiritual hammer on him.
Right, roll. Roll both your hits.
I rolled both are 18s, so yay!
You hit it twice.
I hit it
Yay.
twice, and he goes.
It cannot survive.
But I'm still gonna roll my
Yeah.
damage.
What's that? Somebody light him on?
That would be
Okay.
32.
Yeah, there's like it
Damn.
also deflates. It also kind of like breaks up and kind of like chunks fly in different directions.
I do not
Is
deal.
now out of initiative order. What do you want to do?
I'm grabbing that jewel off that sword.
It is not. You're not able to grab it off the sword.
Pick this sword
Ooh.
up, dude.
Can I grab the sword?
It's cursed. You're going to attack us. But don't worry. I'm way in the back, so you can't hit me.
So I can grab the sword?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And what's that stuff in the water just on the other side of the other piece of armor?
Well, you see a couple coins.
Pick 'em
Just
up.
Coins?
Coins
Yeah,
or money.
just some coins.
I'll fish them
It
out.
looked like that some guy had a coin purse that rotted away and left a little pile of coins on the ground. And you find 18 pieces of gold, 18 gold pieces.
All right. I'll grab those two. Can we go beyond this? I think we can, right?
Go
We
beyond
can
where?
go
Look at
up
me at the
this
gold
direction.
stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
you
that
want
way.
to go downstream? We can go downstream.
It looks like that's the only place we got.
I thought that there was where I'm standing. I
water?
thought, why not?
Oh, shit. He's right.
Can we float
So
on
there's
Larry
nothing up
Champion
here?
Mall?
Michael, there's nothing north of where I'm standing.
Oh, sorry.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Let's go that direction.
well, that's just leaving.
Okay, it just loops us back.
Oh, does it?
There's a path here. Michael, is this a path?
Yes, there is.
That's
Okay.
a non-water path.
Yeah, let's go the non-water
The water
path.
goes off the map, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, Joseph.
We disappeared quickly, too.
So as Abiona approaches, she sees a passage opening up in different directions, and there's just a pile of bones.
Well,
And you can see kind of a lot of the bones are cracked. Do you want to do an investigation, Abiona? Or Abiona, roll like a d20.
to find out where are we. We went back to where we were. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Abiona, roll a d20.
The bones, I need to roll a d20.
Sure.
Yes, the
Fjord, you can too.
bones can tell.
I did not touch it. I'm just looking.
Sure.
The perception dice, you mean? 15.
Yeah. Oh, you kind of look and you see like a lot of bones are cracked. Some of the bones look chewed on, gnawed on. You see like
No kidding.
gnawing.
This is
I
a
think I
troll
just
cave.
see a bunch of
Very
bones.
high.
This is a troll cave. Of course.
So I can tell what kind of bones, I mean, what creature
You
it was.
that this passage though is pretty narrow. It's like much more narrow than those big trolls.
Mm. I have very good perception.
Okay, I'll bite. I'll go a little farther in.
Yeah, go in.
Going in to certain doom. Michael, is this area I'm pointing at, is that a path or wall?
That's a path.
Okay, so there's two paths.
And there's another path off to the west too. So basically, this is like a crossroads kind of thing.
Everybody,
in the
I gotta
cavern.
go. Doorbell's ringing.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for playing
Okay.
when you could.
See you next
I'll see
time.
you tomorrow, Tim.
That's not good. Friends.
Romans, countrymen.
All right. Let's just
Well-
keep the let's keep the do you want to roll initiative again or keep what we just had?
What we had.
That's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
so there's just Carolyn's not here. So let's see if Egg and Fjord, can you roll d20s?
Oh, the same property.
Wow.
I can,
Do
but
I
I'm
have
only
any
getting a 3.
modifiers?
Fjord rolled a 3. What did Egg get? Egg got a
I rolled
12.
a 12.
All right, Fjord is kind of like fumbling around. He's not paying any attention at all. But Egg sees this thing coming rushing at it. So Fjord, you get attacked first. Please clear your die tray.
Lorraine,
And-
clear your tray.
Okay.
Fjord, you feel this thing come crashing into you and thump on your armor. And it is now Fjord's turn.
Well, then I shall smite, smite, smite. First time with a 17. Second time with a 8.
First one
Third
hits, second one
time.
misses.
With a 12.
And third one misses too. So you hit it once.
Yeah, I know. But it's going to be a killing blow with a,
Yeah, it is.
well, 5. That's a killing blow for that thing.
It is not.
Yeah.
It is now Baldwin's turn.
Guiding bolt on Arg and spiritual hammer on Blarg. Let's see, guiding bolt. I miss on the guiding bolt, but I hit with the spiritual hammer. And so that does a massive 14 points. So Blarg is dead.
You did 14 points?
Yep.
How'd you get 14 points?
It's a D8 plus 7.
Why is it plus 7?
It said on the attack bonus.
That's the attack, but that's not the damage bonus. The damage bonus should be your wisdom bonus.
Oh, shit. Where's my wisdom? Oh, I'm sorry then.
What's your
So that would be 11. God
on Arg?
damn it. On Blarg. Arg I missed.
Okay. Abiona, your turn.
Mm-hmm. So is a block hurt or not?
Blarg is hurt.
Yes.
Okay, then
And Monsters goes next.
I'm going to shoot it. And then it will
Roll.
be dead. 4 plus 9 is 13. Did I
You
hit?
hit. Yes.
Okay. And
And
is it
second
dead?
attack? No, second attack. What do you
Okay.
roll?
Oh, God. 3 plus 9, 12. Did I
You
hit?
miss.
Okay, so I only got 1 attack.
All right, roll your damage.
But it went right through the eyes.
4 plus 4, 8. 8 points. Did I get that bonus? When the
Yeah, you
creature
do.
is damaged? Okay, so another D8 is 4 plus 8. Wow, 12.
Why is it 12?
Because when I roll the bonus, I roll an 8.
And what did you have before that? You said you had 8 earlier, so this is another 8, right?
This is the last one. This is the bonus.
Yeah, so it's 8 more, basically. So you had 8 earlier, and now you have 8 more. So that's 16 total.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so Monster's turn. All right. Oh, wow, fuck. So Ard is attacking Fjord. And
He's
first,
blind. Misses.
the tentacle, so there are these tentacle things coming out of its mouth. Okay, so the bite misses, and now it has tentacles miss, and now it's trying to bite you. And 13 plus.
Forgot my 82 armor class.
So did the rest of reality.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 plus 4, 17. Does 17 hit you?
I have an 18 armor class.
All right, so that misses. It misses you twice. So now it's going to attack Egg. Blarg is going to attack Egg. These tentacles come reaching towards you.
Ugh.
12 plus 7. 12 plus 8. 20. Right, and you take 4 points. You take 4 points of damage. And you feel this kind of poison seeping into your system, and can you roll a d20?
I get an advantage on a save versus poison.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Hang on.
And is also biting you. And the bite is going to hit.
Now that's a massive advantage.
All right.
A 5 and a 2.
You take 8 more points of damage from a bite, and you feel all your muscles seize up.
Is exit damage?
Sorry?
Is it exit?
No, it's poison damage. And Egg, you feel your muscles all tighten up.
That's not good.
You're gonna get
It's not good at all.
Maybe retreat. Why we attack? Let's take the first one. You just suddenly come out from nowhere. That is weird.
Does he like keel over or anything like that, or just he feels tightening up?
No, I mean, I clearly can't move, but I'm not dead.
He's not dead. And it is now Egg's turn.
I mean, is there anything I can do?
You can make another saving throw.
Okay.
Well, that's not polite.
You can make a saving throw at the end of your turn.
16.
You feel your muscles loosening up. And it's Silly Wanker's turn.
I will move around the corner here and shoot a fireball at Blog.
Fireball?
Yes.
Fireball, yeah.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fireball.
I'm a little
Bolt.
tired. Bolt.
All right,
Guilty.
roll.
11.
You miss.
Okay.
It is now Fjord's turn.
Smite Arg roughly until he is dead. First one is a 20.
20 will hit.
Second one is a 10.
10 misses.
Third one is a 12.
12 is going to miss. So roll damage, 1 damage. And now, Baldwin, go ahead. As he's rolling his damage, Baldwin, you can take your move.
Okay. Guiding bolt at Blarg.
12 damage.
Spiritual hammer at Arg. Guiding bolt.
Okay, Fjord, how much
misses,
damage did you do?
spiritual hammer hits.
12. 1, 2, 12.
The guiding bolt missed,
Yes.
and do your spiritual damage. Do your
8.
spiritual hammer damage.
The hammer is
On
8.
who?
On Arg. Spiritual hammer
Okay.
is Arg.
All right, it is now Abiona's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna kill this block.
Blarg.
Okay,
Okay, first hit. Okay, first hit I missed. Sorry, I rolled
Clearly.
1 again. Second hit. 14 it hits.
14 will
Okay,
hit.
second one, 14 I hit, and then damage is 1d8 plus 4. 6 point. I get the bonus, right, when I hit?
Yes,
Okay.
roll again.
Point plus 6, 12 point. So 12 on block.
Okay, monster's turn. So first on Fjord. That misses. And that misses also. Blarg on Egg. Tentacles hit. And the bite misses. So tentacles. Do 5 Egg, you take 5 more points of damage, and you
All right,
need,
okay.
as you feel the poison seeping into you, you want to make another con save.
All right. Well, I'm out of hit points anyway, so. Hold please. Of course. Well, I hit the 16, but then rolled the 16, so 16.
Right, so you feel the poison seeping through you, but you don't feel your muscles seize and tighten. But you're at 0 hits, you said?
Yep.
All right.
So is it my turn?
Whose turn is it? No, it's the monster's turn.
Yeah, but I thought they both attacked.
There's
Three more.
But their
Yeah, that's-
move was to show up.
All right, Baldwin, you have
Why-
two guys
why-
attacking you.
why-
So
okay.
first one, he's going to hit with tentacles, and the bite is also going to hit. And the second one is going to miss. Yeah, it's gonna. Wait, Baldwin, what's your AC?
18.
All right, misses, and then the bite also misses. So he hit you, and you're going to take 9 points of damage, and you want to make a con save.
Actually, I don't want to make a con save. I don't want to make any saving throws. I
You
want
wanna
to
fail
just
it?
say you didn't do it. But since I'm just going to go with 22.
Oh, wow. All right, and so you feel this poison coursing through your veins, and there's not much swelling at the site of the bite. And it is now Egg's turn. You want to make a death save.
Oh, fuck.
Death save.
You said you're down to
Yeah,
0 hits, right?
Suppose I do. So so I'm rolling a d20.
D20. Yes.
19.
Okay. So you have one successful save. Now it's Sillywanker's turn.
Okay, I will fire both the nearest wherever that creature is, fog, whatever.
Blarg. Okay.
Yeah.
Alvin, can you clear your tray?
I got 20.
You hit
Yeah, you did.
for your damage.
14.
Wow. You did? You did 14?
Yep.
You see Blarg raise up, kind of, and point his head straight down with these, it opens up its mouth. You see these big mandibles open up, and you can see it's going to bite off Egg's head. And
No.
as it rears up to do this, you hit it like right on its underbelly and blow it open.
Yay.
Yay. Dark vision.
And there are like Blarg is like shot off of Egg.
Someone move him away so you can fireball.
Well, Blarg is dead. Arg is dead.
And it is-
So are Clark, Marge,
Now-
and Dumbass.
Now it is Fjord's turn,
Fjord
and
will
Baldwin is next.
holster one weapon, his right hand, it would be the axe, reaching into his pocket. He happens to have a bottle of superior healing potion. He will leap to Egg and
Yes.
make him drink it.
Good man.
Lift his head up and pour it
Thank
down his
you.
throat.
All right, so as you do that, Arg is going to try to hit you.
That is perfectly fine. Let the bastard try.
And he misses.
Yay.
Yay.
There was great
You
rejoicing.
guys are winning.
And so you can pour this potion down Blarg's throat. And so how much...
What?
Eggs.
Or not Blarg, Egg's throat. How much damage
Superior
does it heal?
healing potion is
What
all
the
that I have
fuck?
written.
Superior healing?
It says
So that's like
8d4
what?
plus 8. Does that sound right?
1d8 or 2d8?
Wow.
8d4 plus 8?
I have
Wow.
written next to it.
Okay. Who
That
rolls,
sound-
him or me?
Whoever wants to. Fjord, you can roll. You're
1, 2, 3.
how much is it?
4,
8D what?
5,
Can't be 8D8.
84.
7,
8D4 plus.
8. 21, 29 altogether. 8d4
Wow.
plus 8.
Wow.
That's a
Thank
lot.
you. I feel better already.
Baldwin, it is your turn.
Okay, guiding bolt on Clark, spiritual hammer on Marge.
It's pronounced
Okay.
Marg.
I'm sorry.
All right, so Clark, this is a ranged attack you're doing, right?
It's right. It's just point and shoot. It's a ranged attack, which is a finger in his eye.
All right, so as Clark is like right in your face, you have disadvantage on the ranged attack. So Clark, the guiding bolt is at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So does a what's my attack is 7. Does a 17 hit him?
Yes,
Okay.
17 hits. So you
And-
hit it, both attacks land.
Okay, so Clark takes 7 plus 5, 12.
Okay.
12 for the guiding bolt. Next person who tries to hit him gets advantage, and
Who got hit with the spiritual hammer?
that would be Marg. 5. I'm sorry, 6. 6 for Marg.
Abiona, it's your turn.
Okay, so
Monsters are
Mark
next.
is still standing? You're not dead?
They're both up.
Okay. I'm going to shoot Mark. The other one probably not
Lorraine,
good.
if you hit Clark, you get an advantage roll
Why?
because I used guiding bolt.
Oh,
Yeah, you get advantage if you hit Clark. On your next attack on Clark will give you advantage.
okay, I thought
One
that
attack will have advantage.
something is too close to me. Okay, I'll hit him. Let me
Clark
see.
is actually very hard for to shoot because Baldwin is in the way.
Yeah, that's why I say I would shoot Mark.
Yeah, just
Because-
shoot Mark.
Just kill one at least. 15, I hit.
Yes, 15 will hit.
And then let me roll the damage, see if it's dead already.
It will not be dead. Just roll the other attack.
Are you
It
sure?
looks very
12 points of damage for my first hit.
okay. Did you do your extra D8 to it?
Not yet.
Remember to do that.
12 plus 5, that's 17 for the first hit.
Okay. Then roll your second attack on it.
Okay, I missed the second one.
All right, it is Monster's turn.
Why I always roll for 1? That's silly.
Arg is going to come up here and attack Fjord.
Bastard.
It's okay, you're strong.
Oh, fuck. He misses twice. Clark and Marg are going to both attack Baldwin.
Well, that's rude.
The bite attack. The bite hits.
Damn it.
And you take 8 points of damage. And Dumbass is going to join the fray now. Who's around here? Right, 1 to 3 it goes north for Sillywanker. 4 to 6 it goes south. It goes to Sillywanker. Oh, it hits you twice. So you want to do a con save. So you take 10 points of damage and you need to do a con save. 13, DC 13 con save.
Got cut off again.
What?
Silly Wanker, did you do, or Silly Wanker's not here?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, did you do your roll?
I didn't hear anything you said.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just tuning
So
out.
Silly Wanker, you got attacked twice, you took 10 points of damage, and you need to make a DC 13 con save.
Okay.
You can only see the top of his head, but he's there.
Barely.
16.
All right, you save.
Just
You make it.
a little bit.
And now it is Egg's turn.
I will summon my okay, I'm trying to figure this out because I see Arg is still alive, but what's this one that doesn't have a name?
Oh.
He just
Is
came
it
like
you?
barely around the corner.
Wow.
Scarred death.
Scarred death. Man. Well, I will. Arg has been struck before, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Fjord's going to do that. I'm going to jump up and try to straddle this scarred death, and so I can smash it in the head with my sai. So is that a 15?
Yeah, roll with DC 15. See what happens.
Oh my.
Okay, you land on his back.
And I am going to use my stabbies and stab at him.
From hell's dark heart, I stab at thee.
I thought you said scabbies.
It could be both. Oh,
Nice.
is it too late? Is it too late to do my what they call it, the double
The
hit?
mighty blow? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You need to say it before you roll.
Okay. Well, I will not do a mighty blow on the next one. Which
Get double for that anyway, right?
Right, so you hit it once, then roll your damage?
Yeah. Now, is it double damage with a crit hit?
Yeah, you roll twice the, you don't roll double damage, but you roll double the attack, the damage dice.
You roll damage twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I think I'm a D6 plus 3, aren't I?
Yeah, so you roll 2d6 plus 3.
That's yes. 2d6. Is it
Silly
2d6
Wanker's
plus
next.
3 or 2d6 plus 6?
Plus
2
3.
plus. Yeah.
You don't damage. You
Oh,
don't
well,
roll.
that sucks. Okay.
All right, so you do 6 points of damage.
6 total damage.
Are you going to do anything else?
Well, I really don't know. I guess I could summon my arms again with another chi point.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then
So-
what happens when you summon the arms?
I don't get to use my sai next
You said there's
time.
something when they appear, there's some kind of force
Yes,
damage thing.
Says I spend 1 chi point to summon the arms. When I do so, each creature of my choice that I can see within 10 feet must succeed on a dex saving throw or take force damage equal to 2 rolls of the martial arts die.
Okay, so who do you want to be affected by these arms
Uh,
within 10 feet?
All of them.
I'll have ARG be affected in the hopes that
Arg is Arg close enough? Okay.
Well, it's 10 feet, right?
Is it one creature or each creature, meaning all of them?
I think it's all that he can see.
So Clark,
Oh,
March,
shit.
and Dumbass.
It says each creature of my choice that I can see.
So choose
Well, hell, I can see them
all of them.
Yeah. Sorry, I made Arg disappear by accident, but this is Arg.
Got it. All right, well then each one of them has to make a dexterity saving throw.
You can't actually see Arg because he's around the corner. But you can get
right.
Clark, Marge, Dumbass, and Scarg Death. You can also hit, no, Baldwin's out of range, so you can't hit him. So let me do a dex save.
No, it's his choosing. He doesn't choose to hit a party.
I know, but are you sure you don't want to hit Baldwin?
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty.
Oh, you're not very much fun. So what's
Not
the saving throw?
sure.
All right, so 2 of them save and 2 of them fail. So let's say that Clark and Marg save, but Dumbass and Scarg fail. So how much do Dumbass and Scarg take?
Well, it says now my
2D,
martial arts guy 1d6 plus 3. So
yeah, roll.
So it'd be hang on. So
2d6
one of them
plus 3, right?
Yes. So okay. So Dumbass.
Just roll 2d6 plus 3 and apply it to everyone.
Oh, okay. All right, I like that better. 14 each.
Fuck. So Dumbass is actually unhit. Scarg takes 14. All right. It is now Silly Wanker's turn.
Why was Dumbass not hit?
Dumbass has never been hit before, I meant.
No one's hitting.
Never been. I'm with you. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use a chromatic orb at the creature in front of me. I'm gonna do it in a 3rd slot.
This is a ranged spell attack?
It is 90 feet.
Who are you hitting?
I'm hitting the one that's in front of me that tried to bite me last time. Which one?
All right, so you're going to roll a disadvantage with this guy right in your face. And a ranged attack on someone within 5 feet within melee range will be a disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, I have to roll 2 dice and take the lowest one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try it.
I believe in you.
Me too.
I believe I can fly.
My lowest is 20.
Yeah.
You hit. How much damage do you do? Fjord is next.
Whoops.
Get ready.
Okay.
So as he rolls the damage, Fjord, take your turn.
I'm to kill Arg.
And
I did
as you're
25.
rolling, okay, 25 to Dumbass.
Yeah, 25 points of fire damage to Dumbass. He's on fire too.
Okay. Fjord, do your move. Baldwin is
This one
next.
is 21. Second one is 18.
You hit twice.
Third one is... What?
All right, you hit 3 times.
18, 25.
Roll your damage for 3 attacks.
Roll my damage for 3 attacks. First one is 7 and 4 to 11. 6 is 17. And 6
That kills it.
is 10. So yeah.
Hooray.
So your second blow, you see the second blow kill What's his name?
Arg new.
Yeah. You want to like use your third attack to hit somebody else
You mean like
as
Scar?
you.
Is he in range?
You can move 5
He's
feet.
around the corner. What? I mean, if I can, I will.
Yeah, so you can just like, as you crush Arg's head with your second blow, you can take a step over and hit Scarg with the third
Okay.
blow. So roll the damage on Scarg.
And
10 more.
what? One more?
10 more, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 10 more. 10 more. 10 altogether.
Okay, it is now Baldwin's turn. What happened?
Okay.
And Abiona's next.
Guiding bolt on Clark at disadvantage, and Marg just gets a spiritual hammer in the face. And my disadvantage, I still hit, I assume, even though I did roll a 20.
Yes, you did.
So sad. Okay, then that would be a really shitty roll. 7, 8, 9 on Clark. And where's my hammer? 7 on Marg.
And Abiona?
So I should hit which one?
Whichever one you want.
Okay. So I
You
have
see Dumbass and Marge right at.
to hit all these three in front of me, right?
Anyone who shoots Clark gets advantage.
But he's around the corner and behind
No, I mean the
Baldwin.
dumbass or Mark, they are already close, right?
Yeah, but you're behind Silly Wanker, and so you have range to attack.
Okay, then I shoot dumbass and Mark them.
You're gonna hit. You said, what are you doing to Dumbass?
Okay, first hit, I hit dumbass.
Okay.
Dumbass. Okay, and the second one, if he did not die, I will hit him again.
Okay.
7 plus 9, 16 I hit.
Yes, it hits. Roll your damage.
6 plus 10 point of damage. And the
Okay.
bonus is 2, I mean 12 on dumbass. Is he still standing?
No, Dumbass is dead.
Okay, then the second one I go to Mark. And 20 I hit.
Yes.
And then 6 point with bonus is 8. Oh, okay. 14.
Did 14
14
puts it.
is standing. I will have the colossal. I already have the colossal. So.
Wait, I think you only get to use a Colossal once per round.
Oh yeah, once per round. So 8.
You already used it.
Yeah, I used it already. So so it's only 8.
Okay, so who is that on? That was on Marge?
I don't know. I have 8 plus 4 is 12 point of damage. I'm sorry.
Okay. And now it is my turn.
Okay.
And Egg, you are sitting on this creature's back.
I
And,
am with my astral arms.
Okay, and so it's just going to reach back with its tentacles, is very familiar with its back. It's going to rake all across its back with disadvantage because you're sitting right there on his back, waiting for him to cover you or to brush his tentacles all over you.
Okay.
So just like sitting duck right on its back.
I'm at a disadvantage.
He has advantage to sit there because it's just like scratching his own back. He's very familiar with it. It's like not where you can't jump around or anything because you're sitting there. So it's just right there like a sitting duck.
All right, 4.
4 means what?
Well, you said I had a disadvantage.
Oh, no. For your poison save, you have your normal advantage. So that would have been the 8, right?
Okay. which doesn't matter much anyway. So
Yeah, so you, and it can't bite you on its back. So you take 3 points of damage, but you are frozen. Your muscle seize up.
okay,
And it's just going to shake you off onto the ground. And so now you are
Okay.
prone on the ground and poisoned and paralyzed.
okay.
Baldwin, Clark, yeah, these guys are just all just right in their face. So Clark and Mark are both going to attack Baldwin. So crit. And a miss. So Baldwin, you take 4 points of damage, and you need to make a saving throw.
38. I think I made it. Thank you very much.
Yes, you did.
Yay, me. God damn it.
And you get hit again, and you take 6 points of damage from the second tentacle attack from the other guy, and you need to make another saving throw.
13.
And again, you see these little bumps on your skin as the tentacles brush across you, and they leave some little red welts.
But I don't
And
seize up or anything.
You're not a wimp like Egg.
Oh,
Egg, you get to roll. Egg, you get to roll another saving throw if you want.
I'm
on
just
your
a
turn.
wee bit.
And Silly Wanker, take your turn.
Ew.
I guess I was.
You see Egg lying on the ground.
Just a soft-boiled egg.
Yep.
Okay, I will shoot. I guess Scar Death, whatever the name is. I will firebolt it. Oh, you idiot!
All right.
I'm gonna use a lucky
You're very
point.
distracted looking at
No, I'm gonna use a lucky
Egg's.
point, and I got 25.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. Roll your damage.
$14.
Okay. Scarred Death is on fire. And it is now Fjord's turn.
So if Scarred Death is on fire, does that mean it looks like it's dying, or do I need to destroy it the rest of the way?
You see there's a lot of scorching on it. There's some burning.
I'm hitting him.
It's very angry.
He's not dead, so he just got hit once with a
Roll your damage.
26 on that one, and the damage on that
Roll your
one
damage.
would be... I am, calm down. 12.
Wow. With that, Scarred Death falls.
Yay.
Then I will turn on Marge, who is just a moment away, and hit her twice. First time with a 22.
Roll your damage.
Yeah, damage will be 7.
Okay.
The second hit was only 12. Would it hit?
Second hit will miss. But Marg is very, very badly hurt. Marg looks very beat up. And now is Baldwin's turn.
Okay. Guiding bolt on Marg, and on Clarg is the spiritual hammer. Okay, so hit on.
All of them hit.
Yes. Okay, so guiding
Roll your
bolt
damage on.
on Marg is
Mark cannot survive it.
5, 10, 14. 14 on Marg, and of course the massive low score of 8 on Clarg.
Okay, so Clark is kind of beat up, but still up. And Abiona, your turn.
Okay, so which one should I hit then?
There's only
There's
one
only
left.
Where?
Clarg.
Clark, yeah.
He's
Oh, that's
on,
the one that you're blocking me.
well, yeah, just take disadvantage to hit.
or you can move.
Oh, okay. I can
If you move
over-
down by next to Egg, you have a clear shot. You just have to kind of jump over some. No, don't go that way. Don't
Oh,
go
you
down
mean
by
the
Egg.
dead
Just go
people.
right
Okay,
here.
okay, here, so I won't shoot anyone else if I miss.
If you go
Oh,
right there, yeah, that's fine.
okay, then I'll hit the last one. Oh, okay, I
That
think
hits.
it's 4. Yeah. 3 plus 4, 7 points. And the bonus is 1. 8 point, the first hit. Okay, sorry. And the second one, oh yeah, 17. Okay. 5. The second is 5.
Okay, Clark, he's just gonna attack Baldwin
He's still
because he's
alive?
right there. Clark hits once. He misses. Take 6 points of damage and make your save. Con save.
Okay, his punch is very high, right?
6, 20. Damn it.
Why are you rolling 20s
Why are you
over and
rolling
over?
20?
Con save is
You said
20.
roll a. You said roll a con save.
You wrote three
Yeah.
20s? So
No,
you have
I
like
did
the
not.
really. Oh,
I
okay.
didn't. But
It's
yeah,
just like
this
you
is
have
the
like
second
the
time.
really. It is now Egg's turn. You can do a con save.
Okay.
And Silly Wanker, you're up. So Silly Wanker, take your turn.
Okay.
11.
That's the whole roll. You don't have a con bonus.
Well, I do. It's
So Silly Wanker, do your
a
move.
1.
I
So
did
12.
firebolt the last creature.
All right. So Egg is still paralyzed. Silly Wanker hits. How much damage do you do?
14.
And with this blast of fire, you see Clark burst into flames,
Yay.
and pieces of its face get shot off.
Awesome.
Okay, we're out of initiative. I'm going to lesser restoration on Egg.
Okay.
Egg, your
Is there
poison's
any-
gone.
Thank you.
Hey, there was great rejoicing.
Second level spell.
And
And if you don't quit this egg, we're gonna have to start calling you scrambled egg.
I am.
and if you search back into the lair,
Do we
Yes.
want to?
Why not?
We pick up all the gold.
Yep.
Where do we
If you,
go?
if you search back, you will find 1,400 copper, 900 silver, and 80 gold.
80 gold. Mhm.
And then earlier, as you were
Into the bag.
Yep.
okay, so basically, you have cleared the troll cavern.
Good.
And Abiona comes back and she says, I went to Phandalin and they said that they wanted to have a party for us. And why don't we go back to Phandalin?
Why would
Did
she
you
say
hire?
that?
Did you hire somebody to fix our keep?
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Guess
party.
not.
You know we're going to go to the party. We're going to the party.
Let's go to the party.
I think we're going to the party, everybody.
I'd like a
Isn't
long
it
rest
fun?
before we go to the party.
Where's that?
I would
Not
very
in
much
here.
like my hit points back.
Yes, may visit the party.
I want my hit points back and my spell points.
We'll go back to the keep and rest, not out in the forest or down here.
Yeah.
Only 2 hours away.
It worked out for us last time.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
Are there
we'll go
any
back.
hindrances on the way back?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll go back to the keep. Do we want to go back to the keep and rest and then start our way? I mean, it's late enough for me that I'm kind of fading out. I'm sure Scott is too.
Yeah, we should probably hold off till next time. We'll go back to the keep and start from there next time.
Yeah.
Is that all right with everybody?
Sure.
Yes.
Do you want to go to Phandalin?
Next time.
Do we need to go to Phandalin now?
If you want to go to Phandalin, you can go to Phandalin.
It's
I mean, are you suggesting we will make it to Phandalin from our keep?
If you
with
want to
no-
start the next game, we can start the next game in Phandalin.
okay.
Perfect.
But
As long as there's a rest and we get our
we got to
points
do
back.
a rest in the interim.
Sure.
We'll
All right,
show
so
up at
we'll begin
Phandalin
the
with
next
full points.
game in Phandalin. Okay?
Full
and
hit
so
points
that-
and everything back.
Yeah, so you will have rested and we'll start the next game in Phandalin.
That sounds true.
Okay. All right, so we're going to stop there, Michael.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank anyone who's made it this far. Thank you so much for listening to our adventures. Please tune in again for more adventures. Next week, we're going to be busting some ghosts and doing all sorts of cool stuff. Thank you.
Heck
Hit
yeah.
subscribe, like, share, comment, do all that stuff. But mostly, have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.